shoulder when you need me. Those tears are running, I see them clearly. I hope you're waiting for me, saving up those rivers to make us see. Don't drift too far away, don't drift too far away from me. Yeah, my ocean's running deep, my ocean's running way too deep to let you go. And I know that sometimes our passions are wasted on the wrong ones. And I know that we'll take a hurt before we wanna give one. And I know that my soul knew I loved you before I even knew you. Sometimes you gotta let it go, just hoping it comes back to you. Smoke signals to you, I'm blazing for you. Hear me singing over mountains, through the valleys, trying to make it to you. Don't drift too far away, don't drift too far away, my love. I hope you're on the way, come meet me halfway, my love. I know that sometimes our passions are wasted on the wrong ones. And I know that we'll take a hurt before we wanna give one. And I know that my soul knew I loved you before I even knew you. Sometimes you gotta let it go, just hoping it comes back to you. I'll find my way back to you. Wherever I go, I come back to you. Oh my, I'll find my way back to you. Wherever you go. I'll find my way back to you.
All right, good morning, everyone. How are you? Yuri. Let's see who we have. Keith the Plating, Progressive. Good morning, guys. How are you? Let's go ahead and catch up with chat for a second. Keith says, okay, I'll stop. Oh, you guys are going back and forth with that. Check out my stream from last night. 5 hours of fun. Yep, Keithy did hit 64 last night. I could go ahead and throw that up since we're going to go over the rules anyway. Speaking of the rules, let's go ahead and knock those out. Just in case anyone's watching this from the after the stream's over, we'll go ahead and knock out the rules as early as possible. So, With that being said, we have no dying, no gear above white quality, no gear enchants, no talents, no potions, no flasks, no elixirs, no healthstones, no joining groups or raids, no killing dungeon or raid bosses, no food buffs, no XP boosting activity, no pet battle leveling, no bodyguards, and no professions except for first aid. That went by kind of fast actually. Let's see, Progressive says, Grats on 64. Yeah, Keithy, Grats on 64. Progressive also boosted up to level 45. Jessica from Jessica Tank and Spake went up to 33. I think Redsy's said he's going to stream yesterday or today. I didn't see any update, so I think he's still at 24. Valaswee's at level 15. Shippo is at 36. And Dollar Gaming is still at 48. So we'll pull that down before I forget. So how is everyone? Good morning once again. It is Thursday, right? I think it's Thursday. Yep, it's Thursday. Thursday morning. So yesterday we ended with just at the entryway to Ngoro Crater. So hopefully we're still there and in one piece. And we're pretty much, the goal of today is to get to at least 58. I think that's somewhat manageable. The other goal is to, I don't know if we're going to knock out all of Ngoro questing. That seems unnecessary. Ngoro, so the plan is, since we're 56, if you look at Ngoro, it takes us from 50 to 55, and then Silithus takes us from 55 to 60. However, the Silithus quests, especially if you come in at the lower levels at 55 and 60, tend to be a little bit more aggressive and dangerous. So we're going to put these up here. It doesn't look like there's any rares. I know there's at least one or two rares here. So if you do have the NPC add-on, NPC scan add-on or overlay, it's not 100% accurate. Not all of the rares in the game are on that add-on, so just as a heads up. Let's see, Progressive says, I'll never level another Ironman character in Western Plaguelands. Those minions kept bugging out and almost killed me. Yeah, Progressive, I think I agree with that 100%. That was the first zone that gave me my wake-up call on my first character, and since then I've tried to avoid that place, ironically, like the plague. So yeah, that's kind of been blacklisted, and so is Howling Fjord. So those are my two blacklisted zones, Eastern Plaguelands and Howling Fjord. I don't think I'll ever try to go back to those if I can help it. So let's see, find the carcass. So I think this is going to be a little bit quicker since we are above the level. We're still getting relatively decent XP for these quests. So with that being said, we'll just kind of get into it and plow through here real quick. These guys are level 48, so I don't think we're going to get too much experience from the raptors themselves, but like I said, this leg of the questing and leveling process is just a little bit more so dangerous to do at the current level. So I just want to try a different approach and see if it takes as long to do I guess as long to level doing a zone like this, and just trying to mix things up, to be honest. Says hi and grats on 300 subs. Thank you, Reptis. I appreciate that. And thank you everyone who's been a part of those 300. I think it's 305 now, right? Yep. So thank you very much. I know I'll say this again over and over, but you guys talking in chat and us talking about all the different things in lore and Warcraft just make it so much more enjoyable to do the Ironman challenge. So well, he walked right over my trap there. No, so thank you very much, by the way. Moody says, good morning, Qyune. Good morning, Moody. And Mr. Vitt says, hey dude, yesterday's stream was awesome. Thank you, Mr. Vitt. I appreciate that. Thank you for being a part of that. And good morning, by the way. So Moody, I know I ask you every morning. Is it morning for you or is it afternoon? Did you go to bed? Alright, so we need to grab this little carcass here. Rather big carcass, should I say. It looks like there was a little bit of a shift in schedule on my side, so we're going to be doing a normal stream today, meaning that we're going to go about 3 hours, maybe a little bit longer, but our longer stream should probably end up being tomorrow. So that's kind of how my schedule has shifted a little bit. I had to go to the university yesterday and hammer out some details, so we'll roll with the punches and just keep on going. No big deal at all. I think we're getting a decent amount of XP from these guys. I did get a little bit of rested just sitting there on the road, so that's one other thing I do to make this as more, what do you want to call it, immersive as possible, is to not log out in the end. I tried to not do that at all. That way I reduce the amount of rested XP I get, and there we go. So we at not even 15 minutes into the stream, we are now 56. So hopefully this sets us up for a good day. Let's see. Yeah, the experience that we're getting from these quests is pretty nice. With those 2 quests, we're already 10% in, so I think this might be a good time investment. The other thing is this quest right here. Let's see, let me grab, you know what, let me go ahead and sell stuff actually. While I'm selling stuff, I'll talk about it. The quest carried on waves. So from what we learned last time, the little seeds that we're supposed to capture are super tiny, almost invisible to see, depending on your settings on your computer. So what you pretty much have to do is just find a small little stream and run around throwing the net. And I'll demonstrate that here in a second. So something we learned last time is that some of these more dangerous dinosaurs are very buggy. Their movement's buggy. So there we go. There's one of our 4 seeds. I don't even know where that thing was. So we just sit here and spam this as we swim around through the water. But the dinosaurs here in Ungoro Crater are extremely dangerous. More so, I think they have over 20k health, but the bigger issue is that they kind of hop in a glitchy, laggy kind of way, rather than moving through in a smooth, predictive kind of way. So I'm gonna hopefully I can find that. I think we're at what? Still 1. So we're just trying to stay as far away from those guys as possible. I think one does kind of come through here, so this is the more tiring part where we try to figure out, kind of keep our head on a swivel. But I need to find the the spores, and then we'll have to find some eggs to stand nearby and aggravate and kill some more of these raptors. So this is a little bit of a slow portion of the questing, but I think it picks up after this. Nice. I lucked out with that one. Let's go get him. How much health does he have? So this kind of goes back. This is the first time I've seen this guy, to be honest. He has 3,200 health. I'm going to trap this one. This is the trade-off between picking a populated server and a non-populated server. We are on Argent Dawn. So, that being said, it's less populated than the other servers I tried. The benefit is you get to kill more rares. The downside is the greens and stuff you get from those rares are, whoops, that's not what I wanted, are a lot harder to sell. So, you know, it's kind of pick your poison. Alright, so let's see. Let's get back in the... Oh, I thought I saw a dinosaur. I'm seeing things. I'm going to get back in the water and see if I can find more of these little spores that float around. But Moody says it's afternoon. Woke up at 11 p.m. last night and been camping Time Lost Protodrake over 7 hours. Hey, good luck with that, man. I've attempted a couple times to farm it, but it's one of those things that you have to do passively almost. Like binge watch Game of Thrones and then just have that in the background. But yeah, I haven't been able to acquire that mount, even though I've been playing for the game for 10 years. I actually kind of hate this quest, to be honest. You just kind of spin around in the water, and in theory, like I said, it's extremely hard to see these little seeds, but they're orange, and they're probably about, as you're looking at my character now, about half the size of my hand. So they're extremely hard to see, especially when you have your visual settings, as I do. So I think the lower you make your settings, the clearer and the easier it is to see through the water. King says, hello Moon, good morning King, or King Kong. We'll call you King. Good morning King, how are you doing? Just joined the stream. Thank you sir, I appreciate that. How's your morning going? Keithy says, I'm back, had to nip shop. Nip shop. Is that slang? What does that mean, Keithy? Alright, so let's see. Oh, there's one. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's right there, and it kind of disappears in the weeds, so that even makes it more difficult to see it. So this will be a... Oh, I think I see one right there. Nice. I'm gonna look out. Yeah, it popped up above the water, so it might be a little bit easier to see, but that's what it generally looks like. Sam standing on it. Let's see. Moody says, yeah, Netflix on the second monitor helps a lot. Absolutely. Maybe one day I'll break down and farm it. I have enough characters on different realms to probably just hop around, but with the way the cross realms work at the moment, I'm probably hopping on all of 2 different realms if I even if I use 15 different servers. So alright, so at this point we need to find the eggs and camp out on the nest. Sneaky says, how's it going, Kim? Good morning, Sneaky. How are you? It's going pretty well. We've already leveled this morning, and we were only 15 minutes in when we did. So the we're going to try a different tactic for working our way up to 58 to 60. Last time we've kind of ran right into Silithus as soon as we had the chance. This time we're going to try to change up the pace a little bit and see if it's more worthwhile to come into Ungor at a higher level, knock out the quest more quickly. That way we get questing experience faster than we're getting kill experience, and just see if that's a nice transition to put us in Silithus at a little bit of a higher level. Oops, that's okay. So just standing near the eggs is all we need to do, I think. Alright, so that's one little egg nest down. Let's see if we can find another one. But yeah, that's what I wanted to try today, is just see if there's a different tactic that's maybe more efficient toward the end of Azeroth. So that's kind of what today is, just a little bit of experimenting. Let's see. Keithy says, oh, Home says I'm hungry. What's going on, Home? Good morning. I haven't had breakfast either, so I can completely relate. Go get yourself something to eat, man, and come on back. Is it morning or afternoon for you, Home? Keithy says 31 already watching. Well, thank you guys. Thank you. That's awesome. First thing in the morning, so I appreciate that. First thing in the morning for the US. I think Europe and Australia, it's getting later into the afternoon and maybe even into the night a little bit. We are in a little bit of a territory for one of the first dinosaurs, but we didn't see him come through here last time, so I'm gonna see if I can get 2 for the price of 1. Okay, I think it has a reset, so we'll come back. We just need to find another nest of eggs here. Maybe I see it. I don't think I do. Sneaky says, I'm doing great. About to kill Jade normal. Congrats, man. Nice. Good luck on that. I'm way behind the curve when it comes to that, but hopefully, every time I say it's the weekend, I'll do it this weekend. I don't. So hopefully I'll do it before 7.3. How about that? I know I should not have stepped on those eggs now. Yeah, this raptor's already coming. I know for 7.3 the frost decays are getting a significant buff, so I do want to get back into the raiding scene for that. That might be some more afternoon content for us, like I said, in the afternoons. But we'll kind of play that by ear, and if that's something people are interested in seeing, we'll stream it. If not, we'll stream something else instead. No big deal. Keith says it's Oh, King says, I don't know what it is. I just saw the leveling. Oh, sorry, King. I missed your message there. So this is the Ironman challenge, where we go from 1 to 110 without dying a single time. And we do it only using white and gray quality gear. So if you look at my character, I only have the white set from level 32. We have some level 34 bracers and then a level 52 gun. Why does that have a thing on it? Oh, that's from the... I don't know what that's from. That's odd. I think that's from the quest. Okay. Well, that made me panic for a second. I think they... When you have buffs like that you can't click off, it's not a big deal, but it didn't flag us last time. I didn't even see that happen to us last time, so that's interesting. But yeah, just do be careful of that. They tell you that your elixirs, your potions, your flasks, kind of going back to King here, we have to do all this questing without any sort of grouping, any sort of pet battle leveling, potions, elixirs, flask, all that. Alright, I guess we'll go this direction. So that just it's pretty much your bare bones leveling from 1 to 110. And I'm going to go ahead and step on this land here. And in that, and with that, some quests give you an elixir that will flag your account, so you just need to kind of be careful of that. And then other quests will give you elixirs, which is 100% fine. But if you drop the quest and have to take it again, and then inadvertently take the elixir again, you can very well flag yourself. And there's not much that they're going to do about it. They've pretty much stated on the rules that you need to do that at your own risk. So I try to minimize taking any sort of quest that gives me an elixir, if that makes any sense. I am way behind chat already, first thing in the morning, but I'll try to catch up. If you guys are asking me a question and I miss it, I'm not ignoring it. Feel free to ask it again. I try to have a healthy balance of talking to chat as well as keeping the gameplay flowing, so feel free to ask it again if I do miss it. But Mr. Vitt says, what's your favorite place zone in WoW? Mine's either Nagrand Outland or Duskwood Darkshire. For me, Mr. Vitt, I'd say Ashenvale. That was really one of my first memories in Warcraft. Alright, what do we need to do with this? Oh, we need to kill a pack of these things. So I'm going to drop this here. Let's see if this is efficient way to kill these guys. Yeah, that's alright. Just the music, the what do you want to call it? The aesthetic of the zone, the night elfish kind of theme going on. I've always leveled night elves, so that's been my thing for better or for worse. But yeah, I think my favorite zone is Ashenvale, and ironically enough, we skip it every time we do the Ironman challenge because we out-level it before we even get into it. I think we typically do the last leg of quest before we go into Stone Talon Mountains, but yeah, I've always liked that kind of foresty feel, and as well as especially the music. I've actually gone AFK and just let the music play in the background a couple times. I should have been on the other side of this stuff right here, but we're alright. Alright, I'm gonna heal Sam up. Kind of keep my head on a swivel here. There is a dinosaur that I've seen come through here. I don't know if he keeps around stays near the edge of the realm or if he comes in this way. I don't remember him coming in this way, but that one is glitchy. So what he'll do is he'll sit here for about 10 seconds and then he'll all of a sudden appear right here. So This is kind of why I don't really care for this zone all that much. Yuri says it's 7:22 a.m. in Brazil at the moment. Oh, so you're only about maybe an hour ahead? So that's not too bad. It's still early a.m. for you though. Thank you for coming this early in the morning, by the way. Alright, so hopefully that trap, yeah, gets triggered. Keithy says Qyune deserves all the likes. Well, thank you, Keithy. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing, as always. That's really flattering, to be honest. I do appreciate that. Alright, so let's go ahead and drop a dire beast just so I can get some. Alright, so that quest is painfully done. I think we need to find something to trigger this quest here. Did he give us a quest item? Oh, he did. Okay. Alright, so we'll drop the meat first and then drop the pheromones on it. And this wasn't a big deal last time, so I don't think it's going to be a big deal this time. But I will go ahead and use cooldowns just in case. Yeah, he's got 4,400 health, so he's still a pretty hard-hitting contender here. Alright, so that's that. King says, what's the best way to level? Honestly, the only way to level... Well, no, there's two ways, I guess. One, you can do questing, King, and you could do grinding, where you just grind mobs your level all the way up. The second way is a little bit more boring, a lot more boring maybe. Oh, so you're saying for yourself as a level 6 druid? Yeah, I would say questing. Quest until you're about 10. Maybe give a battleground a shot when you hit level 10. See if you like it. See if you don't. If you don't have BOA gears, it might be a little bit more frustrating. I think they've normalized the gear difference between people, so you may enjoy it actually. But once you hit 15, try to jump into some dungeons. Do Wailing Caverns, or the one in, I think when you hit 15 you have an option to do 2 or 3, so let it randomize. That way when you do a randomized dungeon as opposed to a specific one, you can actually get a satchel for gear. Also you get a little bit of boosted XP at the end, so I do suggest doing the random one unless you're specifically looking to do one that has a lot of quests turn in. So I think that's probably the most efficient, maybe the most fun, because you get to play with other players a little bit. Don says Qyune, it still says 4 for episode, this is episode 53, but it's quote-unquote season 4 since this is our 4th attempt. So that's kind of why the 4 is there. Otherwise I'd have to update my thumbnail every day, and this just kind of allows me to be a little bit more efficient. So the 4 indicates the amount of attempts we've made. King, thank you for the subscription, and like I said, welcome to the stream. Alright, so we should have turned in a quest up here, but I wasn't paying attention, so we'll run back real quick. Hopefully not run into the massive white dinosaur. But yeah, I think this was a good decision to come to Ngor Crater now that we can kind of push through the quest and speed through it just a little bit, because we're already over a third of the way in, and we're only 30 minutes into the stream, a little bit less if you consider when we actually started. So if you are doing the Ironman challenge, I don't recommend Ngor Crater as soon as you get the level to come down here. It's a tough zone. Alright, so but it may not be so bad now that we're 56 starting in it. So there's that, if you want to kind of add that to your list of options of what's available for you. And Progressive said the same thing, character 4th attempt. Yes, that is correct. Alright, so I'm going to try to stay away from the edge here, because like I said, I know there's one big dinosaur that comes around the edge. Yeah, I want to preemptively grab these crystals, because we do have that quest coming up. I think we need 7 of each crystal, so We'll go ahead and grab that now. And Mr. Vitt says, who would win a battle, Archimon or Qyune? I personally think Archimon would win because he usually goes to the worlds and does the dirty work, whereas Qyune plans and deceives. Well, I guess with that line of reasoning, I would agree. You know, if it's a one-on-one type battle, but if there's planning involved, I think Qyune's going to come out ahead there a bit. But yeah, if it's like you said, where it's just a straight-on hand-to-hand combat, Archimon might have the advantage there. I'm going to try to grab this quest here real quick. I think this is just an item we pick up and we take it somewhere. Yeah, it is. Okay. Perfect. King says, well, I like grinding, so what zone should I go to? If you're level 6, what? Let me think. I guess if you're level 6, I guess I would say stay in whatever zone you're currently in, where you're starting in, and grind there. Just kind of make sure if you enjoy the grinding, just kill the mobs in the particular starting zone that you're in until you've kind of leveled out of that area, and just follow your way out. But honestly, if you're grinding mobs, it's 100% up to you. As long as the mobs are your level, I don't think it matters too much. Now, I do recommend, if people are doing the Bloodthirsty Ironman challenge or just Bloodthirsty challenge, that they try to kill mobs that are more humanoid-like, because those guys tend to drop more claw. Sam needs a heal. As well as BOE gear, and then you can turn around and sell that on the auction house. I think we've already killed everything we need here. So, you know, if maybe more important than the zone is the mob itself, I would focus on humanoid-like mobs. So, there's that. Turn this in. Alright, I'm gonna quickly get around this edge here, because like I said, one of these dinosaurs passed through the perimeter here, and I haven't seen him yet, so I don't know if he's still sleeping or what's actually going on. Alright, so we've done that. Touch the eastern pylon in Ngoro Crater. Oh, okay. Alright, simple enough. And then we'll turn these both in over here. Let's see. King says, do you have... Sneaky says he's only doing Ironman at the moment. At the moment, yes. What I am working on in the background is a grinding style of Ironman, which is called your Bloodthirsty Ironman, where we take only white gear and we do less than 210 quests, so that does have a lot more grinding in it. I am going to start uploading that in a condensed version on Sundays, I think. And since it's very grindy, those type of videos are super hard to watch, just because, you know, it's just very repetitive and rather monotonous. So maybe what I'll do is, as I'm having that gameplay in the background, if I aggro him, I need to kill him. While I have that gameplay going on in the background, maybe I'll post what's happening this week, as far as, you know, is it going to be mythic dungeons? Are we going to, you know, is it a pet battling holiday? Are there holidays coming up? What should we do to prepare for 7.3? Stuff like that. Stuff that's somewhat relative to what's going on currently in Warcraft. So I don't think I'll let that be straight bloodthirsty Ironman kind of discussion, because there's not much to discuss. It's just kind of kill the mob and move on to the next one. So there's that guy. So it looks like he's moving pretty fluidly on this server, so that's nice. When they're choppy, it's just a little bit more difficult to deal with, so that's kind of nice. Because that guy was bugged out last time. Woody says at 15 you get Reachfire Chasm and Dead Mines and Wailing Caverns. or Wailing Caverns might be at 16. But yeah, those are typically your 3 early dungeons. So I would recommend those at when you turn 15. Dungeons are a pretty fun activity. I've always enjoyed them. You get your good groups and you get your bad groups, but both are some level of experience. So I would recommend it, especially if you've wanting to level a little bit quicker. Most of them can be soloed by guys that have BOA gear, so there's real no challenge. It's just amassing XP at a very high rate. So what we have to do is we're going to aggravate a couple of dinosaurs and run them through this area here. So we'll grab this guy. I want to put Sam on passive just so I can kind of shoot him, pull him through here. Or did I not get that quest yet? Well, that didn't work at all, actually. Okay. Why? Oh, I was supposed to throw the meat at him, that's why. Alright, that makes sense. Let's try that again. Sam's on passive. I need to remember to switch Sam to aggressive after this quest, but for now, this is alright for the moment. Home says, is this your first time attempting the Ironman challenge? I hear people usually use quite a few tries. Nope, I am one of those, Home, I'm one of those people that need a few attempts. Oh shoot, I should have thrown this food at him first. So let's go ahead and shadow mode. I don't want to kill him just yet. So you can't throw the food at him if he's already locked on you, so there's some free information there. You do have to kind of hit these guys a little bit. They're right on the edge of where they lose aggro once they get to this point, so you do need to hit them every so often and then pull them through. So that's 2 of 4. And Keith says it's his 4th attempt. Yep, that's accurate. And I'm still on my first try. I streamed all my progress as well. Yes, Keithy has. And Keithy, I died at 85, so you're not out of the water just yet. Yeah, so my first attempt I died at 85. My second attempt I died at 33, and then last week we died at 74. So this is our 4th attempt. It's probably going to get interrupted midway through because we have a race in September. So Keithy probably has more information on his channel with regards to that, but there is a race starting September 1st going to September 30th where we're all leveling warlocks and seeing who gets to 60 the fastest and gets ultimately the highest level. Home says I could never have done that. I'm a scrub. Honestly, it's a different skill set, Home. I thought that it would be really tough, really grindy, really boring, but honestly, I've enjoyed this more than a lot of the other gameplays at the moment. So I do recommend it for anyone who's actually semi-interested in doing it. It's a different set of skill set. It's not. How do you want to say it? It's not about handling 2 or 3 mobs at a time with no gear. It's more so of how do you avoid the situation where you're having to kill 2 or 3 mobs. So it's just a different skill set. It's not necessarily, you know, you don't need to be on the bleeding edge of the skill set to be able to do this challenge by any means. Mr. Vitt says, if you were given a chance to add a new faction, what would it be and what races would you add? Mr. Vitt, I think we could use a lot more variations to our current races, if that makes any sense. You know, we have the High Tauren, not High Tauren, we have the Tauren from High Mountain, we have Zulamon trolls, we have at least 15 different types of dwarves, we have a bunch of different types of elves. And then, you know, you have your derivation of elves, and I think elves kind of descend from trolls, and then at some point they splinter off, and you have your Naga. So maybe we could work our way to pulling Naga into the game. Honestly, I think that would be my favorite race. If we could pull Naga into the game just as a whole separate race, I think that would be pretty neat. But I think if we could get more variations of current races in the game, I still kind of have the opinion I'd like to see undead gnomes, undead orcs, and because I think current model for undead is just simply humans, you know, human skeletons. So I'd like to see undead other races, because we've had a lot of guys die throughout the years. So if we could get just like maybe, I don't know, I'd definitely play an undead gnome. I think that'd be pretty funny. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna jump down there and loot that. Might have to run back around in a circle, but I need to go down here anyway to take a reading, so I don't want to take fall damage. I wonder... Alright, so this is a good spot for a Goblin Glider, I suppose. If you do use the Goblin Glider, do be careful that, especially if you're a pet, or a hunter or a warlock class that has a pet, because if you go over a certain distance, they will despawn, and you have to summon them back. So just kind of be careful of that. Alright, so let's see. I need to take that reading over there. Run over there real quick and take the reading. I don't know if this was the hottest one or not, to be honest. No, it's not. Silence the Scorch. There we go. Let's see. But Mr. Vitt, kind of give your question back to you. What would be your #1 race? Because Keithy says ogres and Naga. Yeah, I think ogres is a very real possibility. A lot of people have thought that for a while. I don't know if the aesthetic of them will get a wide player base, kind of like the goblins do. Alright, so we have 9 of those. I guess we'll take this reading. I think the hotter one's actually this way, so let's go this way instead. Keith says, all the info is on my Discord, which is linked below. Yes, Keithy's Discord's in my description, so if you're interested in the race, feel free to click the link to his channel or his Discord, and just take it from there. Let's see. Keith says, Ironman user skill, which was used in vanilla WoW skill, is true vanilla, not gear, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I have that kind of a same idea, but also, you know, the skill set to avoid a bad situation is different from the skill set of actually handling a bad situation. And I think the Ironman kind of focuses on just trying to not put yourself in a bad situation altogether, and that is the pillar we needed. So we'll run back across over here. Okay. I'm not worried about the crystals of power quest. We'll just kind of pick those up as we move throughout Ngoro. To sit there and try to find all the crystals, not really efficient use of time. So as it said, Moody says my buddy went from 1 to 100 in like 6 or 7 hours using Recruiter Friend, Elixir of Ancient Knowledge, and BOEs, totaling in 655% XP. Yeah, it's pretty insane how you can stack that these days. And those elixirs are definitely worth their weight in gold if you can come across them. That's a good way of, that's a pretty much significant portion of how I leveled a lot of my ults during the Legion invasion. Is we would just pop an elixir, do the invasion, the event, and that was it. You know, we would get 30 levels in one event, so that was kind of nice. Mr. Vitt says, I want Eridor. Yeah, Eridar, should I say. Yeah, that's actually... I think I'd modify my choice to that. Eridor and Naga. I think that those would be my two choices for a new race. Kill Blaze Runner. And we turn in this quest as well. I think, but you know, then again, Eridor can, if you wanted to, you could bend the lore just so it's a variation of the Draenei. I don't know. I think you might have to make them a unique race altogether, because it's going to be kind of hard to take an Eridar and have them lore-wise level 1 to 100 or 110. But they've bent the lore before, so you know, they can do it again, I suppose. So this quest isn't as bad as it was before. I think where we're saving this little goblin in here. He just kind of works his way to the camp, and you refresh his, give him a drink every like 5 seconds. So with that, we'll put it on the toolbar. Let's see. Close that out. I want to put an icon on him, because once he gets in the grass, he's pretty hard to see. So what's going to happen is we'll get a certain distance, and then he'll stop and pass out, and you have to give him water before he, I guess he dies. So here we go. So that's that. I didn't know you joined combat. Alright, so yep, he stopped again. I probably should have done this after killing Blaze Runner, but that's okay. It's all semi-close, I suppose. And we're almost to that point. Oh, perfect. Turn this in and get whatever follow-up we need, which is 2 quests at the moment. Let's see. King says, Moon, how do I make your HUD like mine? So King, for that I use 3 primary add-ons. Oh, we're still in combat with this guy. I guess I'll grab this quest since it's right here. My 3 primary add-ons for my UI are Z-Pearl, which is used for the nameplates, my character nameplates as well as the enemy nameplates, and then Bartender for this mess of buttons, and then Sexy Maps for the square map up here. And those are my primary 3. Moody says, I still think they're going to go with Ethereals as a playable race. I think that's very feasible, actually. So, I kind of want Naga, but to be honest, I don't think with all the retrofitting of gear and all that other stuff that they would have to do, your leggings are pretty much going to be a giant bracer. So, I don't really see Naga being feasible, but I do see Eridar and Ethereal is probably being the most playable, feasible race, and maybe that's probably the better choice, because they're both aesthetically, you know, entertaining, about the same level. You just have that equal appeal. The reason I'm not jumping on the ogre bandwagon quite yet is because if you have just a race with that appeal, you know, everybody's gonna, if you do ogres and ethereals, everybody's gonna play ethereals. If you do ogres and naga, everybody's gonna play naga. If you make ogres, you're gonna have to make a equally aesthetically pleasing race. So you know, if we're gonna get ogres, then you know, that would probably been the best time to open up with goblins, I suppose. Let's see, he's about to have the same health, but we'll just blow him up anyway. Lean says, what's going on? Why are you in Ungoro Crater? I thought you were level 79 now. No, Lean, we died last week. We died last week at level 74. So, this is just the... Alright, so we're not going to mess with that. Alright, we'll turn this in and we'll start heading toward the bug area. No, Lean, this is our 4th attempt, so... Yeah, unfortunately we died. I think it was last Thursday or Friday. So, my goblin gliders are up, so I'll go ahead and jump down here. Jen says, good morning. Good morning, Jen. How are you doing? Welcome back. We have already leveled to 56 this morning, and it looks like we're closing on 57. We really don't need to be in Ungoro. We could have gone straight to Silithus, but the efficiency of doing that in the past hasn't been that great for me. So I decided to try an alternate route and focus more on quest experience as opposed to... Alright, let me get out. There we go. As opposed to killing mob experience. So, you know, for example, if we were killing these guys at... Or if these guys were at current level, we'd probably be getting about 250 XP per kill. However, right now we're getting 200, so we're losing about 20 XP per mob that we're killing, but we're making it up because we're turning in quests a lot faster than we could have beforehand. Alright, that was the part where I was talking to you earlier about the goblin glider. I had completely forgotten Sam had been dismissed. So if you fly really far with your goblin glider and you have a pet, so if you're a warlock or a hunter, just be careful of that, because I forget that probably half the time I jump on a glider. Oh wow, we got all 6 bugs off that one. All 6 legs, I mean. Same with that. Nice. I think there's a dinosaur that kind of comes through this area, so I'm trying to watch my back here. Because those things are better than rogues at being stealth. Lean says, oh my god, I missed that stream. Bad luck, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Yeah, Lean, nope, it's all good. The Lich King got a new hunter. We died in Dragonblight. I do have that stamp for those who are interested in seeing me, seeing my leveling moments, seeing my close call moments, as well as my deaths. Because nobody wants to go back and watch someone's old stream. So I do timestamp everything. I think I'm 2 videos behind, but with Sunday I usually use that day to catch back up on timestamping all my videos, so there is that. There is a rare that pops up down here, and it's in a corner of the cave, or these tunnels that nobody needs to go into, so hopefully he's up. Also, this quest is a little bit more dangerous than most, so this icon right here indicates that you should use a group to complete it. Previously I've been able to complete this quest without the need of a group, so we'll give it a shot this time. We're at a little bit higher level, so I have a little bit more confidence we should be alright. Hopefully I don't regret those words. Yep, there we go. So it looks like he's in the open, so I'll just go ahead and snipe him now. Let's see, Jen says, when do you think we'll get to fight Sargeras? Oh, well, shoot, let me, alright, we'll trap that guy and get Sam on this one. When do I think? Honestly, I generally speaking, I have no idea, Jen, because it's, a lot of it is unknown. You know, as far as like how the power dynamic works out, is Sargeras, has he worked his way to be... Oh, we did get a BOE. Has he worked his way throughout the past 10 years of lore? I'm going to move that gun away from my X button because I'm just kind of nervous I might accidentally click on it and equip it. But yeah, generally speaking, there's just so much unknown about it. The Void Lords, the Void Gods, Sargeras. We know there's more than one string pulling at the Legion, but there's just so much that we don't know. We have our theories, and based on our theories, Sargeras should be before we get to Void Lords, but I don't know. I don't know if the Blizzard team would be willing to kill off Sargeras, such a reoccurring, everybody hates this kind of guy boss. So I'm trying to think on it on a lore way and a. Okay, so this guy right here, he has 9,200 health. So I think. So what's going to happen is when we fight this guy, he's going to blow up at one point. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch Sam out for our crab, our nameless crab, who has only 4,000 health. So we're going to switch him out real quick, and we'll just let him heal back up. Moody says, you mentioned the Eridar earlier, but the Draenei are technically Eridar. And Mr. Vitt says Eridar are different to Draenei. There's like 3 variations, which is Draenei, Eridar, and Broken. Yeah, so I was kind of to my point earlier is I don't know if Blizzard would bend the lore to just add the Broken and the Eridar to the Draenei range of variation. That's kind of they've done stuff like that before, but I don't know if they would do that for this. But I do think the races, generally speaking, need a lot more variation, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like that. Alright, so 9k health. He does a massive explosion. When he does, we're just going to run down the hallway. So with that being said, here we go. I'm going to drop my Dire Beast, and like I said, soon we're going to get a warning. Well, maybe not. Can I silence it? Oh, I can. Oh, hot damn. Look at that. It's almost like we know what we're doing. I say that as I missed the hallway here. Alright, so let's dismiss him. I do like the DPSing pet more. I am able to control that a little bit better. He does tend to die from time to time, but I do kind of like the DPS Sam can generate. Jen says, I mean, we get to kill Jaden now. I hope we get to kill him soon. I think it's definitely going to come, but Kill Jaden was at one point a Titan, so and I think Titans. I don't know. I don't want to say Titans are equal with Void Lords, because I don't know if that's 100% correct. So let me not say that. Oh, we still need more legs, so let's kill this guy. I am trying to, in between streams and whatnot, I am trying to look at other videos and lore. That way we can talk about this in more depth as we go through the stream. I did learn about the Mak'gora as far as Thrall versus Garrosh. I was going to wait till Razor popped on, but I think Razor's kind of a fan of Garrosh more than anything else. But the Mak'gora between Thrall and Garrosh, from what I'm understanding, was not really the Mach Thrall in a general sense. So the rules for that is no armor, 1 weapon, 1 witness, and 1 or 2 other rules. But if you look at the fight, both Thrall and Garrosh have armor on. There are no witnesses, so I think that was them just fighting to the death, because they were there only needed to be 1 war chief. So I think that was just what that was about. Alright, so that is level 57. Moving along. We're not going to mess with Maximilian out here, because that guy nearly killed me twice last time. Alright, so this is another little nice quest hub over here, so let's run in that direction and grab him. Mr. Vitt says, Void Lord's gods are the most powerful thing in the whole of the WoW universe. They created the old gods, like tons of them, like 4 Azeroth. Well, Mr. Vitt, that's, is that 100% correct? Just because there's equal entities on the, what do you call it? There's equal entities on the shadow and light side, the dark and light side, because, you know, that's kind of how the balance works. I thought the old gods were the equivalent of, maybe not the Titans, but are the Titans and the old gods, is that your equivalency level? Because, you know, for your light and darkness, each tier of strength seems to have their, what do you want to call it? Equivalency? That's what I've gathered so far, but like I said, I'm still working on the lore. So if I'm off, by all means, let me know. Alright, so let's see. I'll accept that. We'll grab that. Once the quests start to slow down in Ungoro, we'll just kind of make our way to Silithus, but as fast as we're getting XP, I really don't see any point in leaving. I guess we'll go ahead and knock out these, yeah, these over here. There is a dinosaur that comes through here, so we'll just kind of watch our backs. And I think we need to use this quest item here. I'm going to sell some stuff just because I've come so close to clicking on that gun so many times, I'm starting to get paranoid. Soulbound. Yeah, we'll sell all this. And we'll get rid of this too. Nice. Let's see. Carnage says, oh, that fight, yep. Yeah, no, yeah, between Thrall and Garrosh. So there is a rare that kind of pops up out here, but I've actually never seen him. Or I haven't seen him in years, so I don't know if he's still out here or if something else is going on. I don't see any dinosaurs, so we're safe there. Mr. Vitt says, Void Lords are way more powerful than Titans. When Sargeras saw the creation of the old gods and what they did to the planet, he was driven insane. Old gods a bit weaker than Titans. Okay. Alright, that's... But Void Lords are on a different subject. Okay. Well, I wonder if there's some sort of light equivalency for the Void Lords, because it seems like if the Void Lords are all powerful, what's stopping them from kind of just doing what they want altogether? I want to get rid of that because I don't need it. And we need 4 plants too. Okay, so he says, who made the Void Lords? Oh man, we're gonna go down that rabbit hole. That's funny. Mr. Vitt says they are darkness incarnate, which is probably the best answer I could think of. Keith says, alright, I'm hopping off. I'll catch you later. Son's first birthday and all. Whoop. Happy birthday to your son, and you have a great rest of the day, Keithy. I'll talk to you later. So let's see. Getting back to subject at hand, we are about 15% into 57. And we might go into Tarnaris, not sorry, Tarnaris, but Silithus at level 58, maybe level once there, and then I kind of want to go into Hellfire at either 59 or 60, just because that would give us a little bit more survivability this time around. There's not too much of an issue with it, but generally speaking, the higher chance we have of not dying, the better in general. But Sam typically dies quite a bit when I'm in Hellfire and I'm level 58. But that kind of tapers down. That that tapers down a lot once we get to, say, level 60. So it's actually kind of surprising how much leveling helps your pet, especially for hunters. Alright, so we need one more herb here and we're good. Mr. Bit says, that's something we have yet to discover, Qyune. I'm guessing they are bound to a certain spot in the universe where they can't move from, or they are waiting for the old gods to corrupt the planets. And they come in and finish the job. You know, the other thing that I'm kind of curious about, and I was asking someone the other day, is, alright, so when it comes to the old gods, how did that question go? When it comes to the old gods and ridding them from Azeroth, because you can't really rid the old gods from Azeroth because you'll destroy the planet. So what would be the benefit in Sargeras killing Azeroth? You know, what would happen to the old gods at that point? Or is he just trying to destroy everything in the meantime? Alright, so with this knocked out, yeah, we'll knock out this quest. It's right there. haven't seen any crystals quite yet, so I'm gonna try to. Oh, I said that, and there's one right there. But yeah, hopefully here in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'll be all up to date on my what do you want to call it, Titan, Void Lord, and all that other lore kind of associated with that. So maybe we'll be able to have a more back and forth conversation. But right now I'm kind of like in the information gathering mode here. Alright, so with that, we need 2 more of the yellow crystals, and it shouldn't be hard to find those. They kind of keep your crystals, the color of them, segregated in different corners of the map. So, you know, if you're looking for yellow ones and you only see green ones in the area, you're on the wrong corner of the map. So just kind of take that for what it's worth. Alright, so with that, let's see if I can get up here and grab this crate. Might need to come from the other side. I want to say last time we did this quest there was only about 7 or 8 that were outside of the cave. The rest of them we kind of needed to go into the cave to get. Which nearly killed us, I think. Oh, he was bugged last time too. Okay. So, if I remember how he went last time, he might pop up in front of us over here. So I'm gonna wait till he loses aggro, and then we'll grab the next crate. Yeah, like that right there. Alright, so let's pull this guy instead then. Alright, so with that, how many more do we need? 4 more, so that's not bad. I'm actually kind of surprised that the questing is going as fast as it is, given that the that we came in here really 5 levels above the starting point. So I think that was a pretty good trade-off, to be honest. Alright, so with that, go ahead and we can't click on those crystals. I know what's going to happen. If I click on that crate, it's going to aggro him. But we're not going to be able to kill him, and he's going to just glitch out the way he did last time. So we'll go inside and grab the crates in here. just so we avoid a situation where we're having one of these colossal giants stand on top of us. Or golems, should I say. So one more. There's a crate there, and there's a golem there. So we'll kill this guy first, and then this one, just in case looting this crate aggroes either one of them. Let's see. Oh, Facundo. Facundo, welcome to the stream. I think that's a new name. Thank you for chiming in here. It says they are in a different universe. They are strong to this universe, and they send their old gods to get this. I think I got what you're saying. The Void Lords are in a different universe, or their equivalency is also there. But Facundo, like I said, welcome to the stream. How's your morning going, by the way? We started today at 55. We're about a quarter into 57, and we're just going to see how far we can get in a 3-hour time span. So leveling twice in about an hour is not bad. Kind of glad, or kind of happy with that pace of the game so far. Alright, so we do need to go ahead and grab a yellow crystal on our way back, just in case we don't come back to this area. We don't have to worry about. Oh, there we go. We don't have to worry about making our way all the way back over here for no real reason. And we still need another crystal. Let's see. The elite dinosaurs, T-Rex, have about 20k health, so if you're running around, just do keep your head on a swivel. Those guys hit like trucks. Grandpa, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the subscription. How are you doing? Good morning. Let's see, the yellow crystal. That should be our last one we need. Man. Oh, we do need to kill these guys. Home, what's going on? Thank you for the subscription, and like I said, welcome to the stream as well. I think we were discussing things earlier. So we want to kill these guys before they fear us. Christian, thank you for the subscription, and welcome to the stream. Oh, guys, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Facundo says, and Sargeras think only the way to stop them is destroy all the planets so they won't have anything to corrupt. Yes, I agree with that, Facundo. I think that was what I had come to understand as well. I think that's the kind of the tactic Sargeras was taking, where the Eridar or the Draenei, whatever they were at that time, didn't necessarily agree with them. Or the Titans, should I say. First the Titans, then the Eridar. Chaotic says, morning Qyune, good morning Chaotic, how are you doing? Only 310 subs, there were 366 yesterday. In fact, there was 410. Yeah, so Chaotic, what happens is YouTube always has some level of, not always, as you get subs, as you acquire subs, the counter kind of goes off a little bit. The reason you don't really see that on the channels with higher, I guess higher sub counts is because the impact is less than. So for example, let's say if the counter is off, which it was yesterday by 150, you know, it's more easily noticed on a channel my size there rather than a channel that has say 100,000. You're never going to notice if you've lost or gained 500 subs. So a lot of the smaller channels like myself and somebody's mother and you know, channels like that, they are, for whatever reason, they spike sometimes. So me and her have had the same issues, but I think the current number as it is right now is the accurate one, because when I went and checked that, what I can see is who's subscribed and whatnot. So those numbers do add up, and this is the current number. So we're still doing pretty good. So I'm still just as grateful as I was yesterday, and thank you guys for all your subscriptions and your likes, and but most of all, chiming into chat and just saying hi, and we're talking our way through the Ironman challenge. That makes it much more fun to complete and do. So thank you for that. Alex says, oh no, Jordan says, hi Qyune. What's going on, Jordan? Good morning. How are you doing? How is your morning going? Did you work yesterday? Alright, so we need to go and kill the apes over here, as well as get the unbelievably sticky tar. So let's do that. I think that's the quest that's highlighted. This one. Jen says lots of subs left actually. Yeah, yeah. No, it's not that they left, Jen. It's that the counter was off. So like I said, those who have subscribed, I do appreciate it very much. All right. So with that, we have actually this green quest. So this green crystals we need to pick up here. Chaotic says, oh, some people were subbing from multiple accounts. Yeah, it's Chaotic says, yeah, it's pretty good. The George says, no, I'm still on holiday, but I'll be leaving today and we'll be home tomorrow. Oh, nice. So how's your holiday going? You enjoying it so far? Thank you for stopping by on your holiday, by the way. That's really nice. Hopefully by the time you make it home, we'll be looking at the next area we need to be in. Now we need to kill a named mob, and I don't quite see him. I thought he was right here last time, unless there's someone questing in front of me. Huh. That's weird. Alright, that's no big deal. We'll come back. We'll go kill the apes and figure out what we need to do from there. I don't think there's too many dinosaurs that come by here, but I do know there's a rare that pops up over here. But if we're behind someone, he might have already gotten the rare, so no big deal. I'm going to grab this crystal though. Kind of keep my head up for a an elite T-Rex. Oh, nice. What does that look like? Oh, that's kind of nice. All right, hopefully that sells well. Put that somewhere safe so we don't sell it on accident. So we need 6 different pelts, but they come from 3 different types of gorilla, so they're not 100% drop rate, so it might take us a little bit of time to get them all. But at least we're doing 2 quests at the same time here. This one has asked you to obtain the coconut and crack it. I think the coconut, where is the coconut actually? I think it's over here. And Jessica, good morning Jessica, how are you doing? Congrats on 57, thank you. I'm trying a new tactic today, Jessica, as far as leveling goes. Toward the end in Azeroth, the content's kind of geared for your level 60s and whatnot, so your zones get a little bit more difficult in the terrain, and the mob pulling gets a little bit rough. So I wanted to see if it's worthwhile coming into Ngoro rather than at 50, but at 55, and seeing if it's a decent trade-off. And so far, I think it's been a fairly good trade. We're only losing about 20% XP per mob, but we're retaining a decent amount of quest turn-in XP. So I think the time we gain from that's worth the trade-off, because we're able to complete the quest a lot faster than we were, say, at level 50, all without running into the risk of, or having to reduced risk of dying, if that makes any sense. It's like a long random tangent there. Alright, so we need 1 more crystal. And we need to crack that coconut before we go into the cave, actually. So let's go over there. Let's see. Jordan says, "Yep, it's good. Thanks." Oh, I think maybe in the next year or two we might start looking at a vacation ourselves, or maybe a road trip. Did we crack it yet? That is a coconut, right? Oh, okay. Alright. There we go. But yeah, I've done a road trip from Seattle to, I think it was Los Angeles and back in 10 days, which was 4,000 or 5,000 miles, and that was a lot of fun. If you can plan a road trip well, I highly recommend those. Just you get to see a bunch of different things all throughout the day. If you don't like driving, obviously it might not be the best thing, but I've only done one road trip and I really enjoyed it. So we did get a, okay, we have to kill one particular mob who's all the way in the back, I think. He's all the way in the back, or he patrols. I can't remember which direction this quest goes. Mr. Vitt says, back. So yeah, I would love if they do an Old God Void Lords expansion. I think they will. I think that has to be in the works. As you know, that's kind of the direction we're going to end up going. I would be surprised if I think as long as the subscriptions stay up the way they are, we'll always get some level of content. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a handful of, not necessarily filler expansions, but expansions where we venture off and see other worlds and rescue them or team up with them, because you know, if we are talking about Void Lords, we are going to need a lot more help to get to that point. So I wouldn't be surprised if we encounter a few other planets or other worlds to gather some more allies. Jen says, it's sad that your counter was off. No, it's okay. The primary focus on this channel is just to kind of have a nice place to discuss Warcraft, engage in an Ironman community, just generally have fun and prioritize the game first. The addition of the subs is a nice thing, but it's not the focus for this channel, so it'll be alright. I'm sure we'll get back there in no time, but yeah, the counter does that. It's just one of those technical YouTube things, so like I said, not a focus, but it'll come. We're gonna focus more so on the Ironman challenge, and just kind of my ideal community would be just to kind of have a place where we can bounce ideas back and forth, kind of like we've been doing now, and talk about the lore, understand Warcraft, and kind of just get back into the game, and like I said, make a small little community out of it. Oops, let's go ahead and take this out. Jessica says that is pretty smart. Yeah, hopefully this doesn't bite me in the end coming back to Ungoro Crater, because these dinosaurs are here. But yeah, the first time I did Ungoro Crater at level 50, everything was just such a high risk here that it took me forever to do anything, and I think a lot of time was lost in between the quest turn-ins, just because we spent so much time dodging stuff and wondering if we could kill stuff. So I do like this tactic a little bit better. I'm kind of surprised we still haven't seen this tar guy pop up though. Unless he... Now, if you've seen my stream before, you know that when you're doing quests and you have a small circle like this, the smaller your little quest indicator, the higher the chance it's going to be inaccurate. That doesn't mean it's inaccurate all the time, but it just means there's a higher chance. So I'm kind of going to follow my own advice here and see if we can go outside this circle. Oh, as soon as I said that, there he is. Okay, case in point. Waffle says, hey Qyune, good morning. Good morning, Waffles. Welcome back. How are you? How's your morning going? Alright, so we need to actually peel the thing off this guy. There we go. So we have all of our sticky tar and about 3 or 4 quests to turn in, so let's go in that direction. I know there's a rare, I think, sticky thing, tar creeper, but it could be anywhere around these tar pits, so it's not really worth finding them. If we happen to come across them, that'd be cool, but to spend 5 or 10 minutes trying to chase them down and just for the little bit of XP, it's not really worth it in my opinion. Jessica says that's totally the next expansion. Yeah, I think either they're going to have to bring it back to Azeroth, and you know, we start working with Koltaros and Jaina and all that, because in combination with what's been data mined, as well as the rest of the storyline, and the fact that I don't think we've discovered all of Azeroth, so I think there's still quite a bit to be done here, and then we have other planets to maybe team up with those races as well. So yeah, I think it is moving that direction though. Alright, so let's see. We have... Alright, so I think we're getting to the point where we're going back and forth for one quest maybe? So I think we're going to be done here. So let's go ahead and head to Silithus. That worked out kind of nicely. Like I said, I wanted to keep the zone as efficient as possible, so running back and forth for something that's about 5 levels below us isn't quite efficient in my opinion. Alright, so we get to leave that ridiculous danger. He does run across this little path here, so I think as long as he's in sight, we're probably safest that way. So I'm just going to stay behind him until he does a 180 on me or ventures off into the corner. But yeah, he has 25k health, and as a comparison, we have 3.7k, so if we don't get one-shotted, we might get two-shotted, so not worth messing with them. And with that, I think we're done with Un'Goro. So now we're knocking out Silithus. Mr. Vitt said, old gods managed to corrupt Deathwing and a Titan, so I imagine that what Void Lords can do at their full strength. That's actually a good point. That's a really good point. Waffle says, doing good. How are you doing, Qyune? We're doing very well, I think. I was kind of iffy about today's plan of attack and going to Un'Goro Crater 5 levels above the content, but it bumped us up 2 levels pretty quick, so we're almost at 58. Previously, as soon as we've hit 58, we've left Silithus and we've headed to Hellfire, but I think we're going to try to change the tactic a little bit and maybe get to 59. That way we're not getting hit as hard in Hellfire. We'll see if that plan actually makes a difference for us, but for the most part, I'm just kind of experimenting, I guess. Like I said, Un'Goro I think was pretty successful. We'll just kind of see how that works out and puts us in Hellfire. Mr. Vitt says we've also got to deal with Zoth, who is still lurking underneath Azeroth. There's a speculation that he's going to corrupt Jane. I've heard about the corrupted Jane, so that is interesting. I've heard that there's also upwards of near 5 old gods on Azeroth, and 2 of which we have no idea where they are or where they could be. Sneaky said, "Oh, so this is what you need to watch out for in this zone. These guys. So they kind of patrol randomly here, and honestly, I didn't know they patrolled off the path. So, wow, that's interesting." So yeah, that's the more random danger in Silithus. But let's see. Sneaky says, "Qyune, what is your plaid?" Let's see. My plaid is 1 day and 2 hours. So if my math's right, that's 26 hours. Alright, so we'll go ahead and grab the flight path first thing. And let's see, catch back up with chat here. Mr. Vitt said, also just marvel at how beautiful Argus looks in the sky. Yeah, actually, that is quite nice. I like that. Take it. They did a really good job with that. I noticed that there's no Argus in the Draenei starting area. So I don't know if they just maybe forgot or there's some reason that it doesn't show up, but I didn't see it there. I'm assuming if I don't see it there, it may not be in the starting Blood Elf zone either. Just because those are kind of separate. That does look nice. Like I said, I think Legion's been the best expansion so far, and they've just done a lot of things differently and a lot of things in general to make it a good expansion. So we'll grab all these quests and this quest over here. I might end up taking that portal if for no other reason to grab the Netherguard Bitter, because we're going to need that for Hellfire Peninsula quest. Let's go ahead and grab the flight path here. Alright, so that's done. And let's see. I guess we'll go ahead and make this in our home as well. Alright, so with that, we'll make the in our home. Spin around so that when we port in, we're facing the exit here, and go ahead and sell everything I have. I guess we don't need the power crystals anymore. Nice. Alright, so with that, we'll grab this quest and then we'll clean out our quest log here. That way, I'm not tracking quests that aren't important. So Angora Crater, that can go. And Angora Crater again, that can go. I think everything's Silithus and Blasted Lands. Well, I might do things different this time and go to Blasted Lands if for no other reason than to get that bitter. I thought I saw a mob through the floor. Okay, we're good. Let's see, Jessica says they won't corrupt Jaina, but her people. Yeah, it's interesting with what they've data mined with regards to Jaina. So I think people have a lot of speculation as far as if she gets corrupted or not. I think we're gonna knock out the 2 quests over here. We're just pretty much another set of kill quests where we kill 8 scorpions, spiders, and then like 15 of the dredgers. But Sam, the good thing about coming in here now, Sam's not going to get hit like a truck every time we enter combat. Mr. Vitt says 3 old gods are dead, which are Yaxaran, Yasharaj, and Sithun. And Znoth is the next one, along with the Void Lords, are other gods that they're going to expand on. Yeah, I'll have to go back and take a look at the videos, but I want to say there's an unnamed 5th god, and like there's indications that he's around. Whether or not they actually follow through with that, who knows, but I think there's indications that there might be a 5th. Once I do more research on this, I'll have a better idea what I'm talking about, but I'm just going purely off about 20 minutes of lore videos here. And Chaotic says, I never enjoyed Silithus. Yeah, I have to say, generally speaking, this is one of my least favorite zones. I kind of prefer zones that are not desert-like, plus this one's has a little bit more tough questing, especially with regards to the drop rates and other things like that, because at one point we're going to need to pick up, what is it, 10 Twilight Text, and I would be surprised if the drop rate's as good as 1 in 5 drops. Jessica says, yeah, even more now even the new content with the Diamond Dwarf showed a connection with the demons and Void Lords. Really? I haven't even done that yet, so maybe I should actually get on that. I saw someone do it on their Paladin, I think, and it was interesting to see that, but I wasn't sure what the connection was or if there was one just yet. They just kind of sped their way through it. Chaotic says Jaina is angry, so I'm guessing she has done something that's not quite what you'd normally expect for her. Yeah, I think she has something very much against the Horde, which is a polar opposite of where she's come from. Kind of a case in point, her father was against the Horde and actually enacted a war with the Horde, and Jaina did not participate in it because she was so against it, but I think over time her character has shifted just a little bit, so you know, Sargeras has corrupted people before, so there's a possibility that Sargeras has influenced her at this point. Because the whole point in Sargeras trying to come to Azeroth has been to, his whole plan has been to weaken Azeroth, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of why he helped Medivh and Gul'dan work together and had the Horde capable of invading Azeroth. It's all kind of a ruse to weaken the planet as a whole. Jessica says, yep, she will go home to Kataris. Alright, so yeah, Sam's surviving just a little bit better than he did last time. That's not too bad at all. It's the poisons that hurt you more than anything else out here. Mr. Vitt says, also we could also be on the lookout, as Void Lords could throw a few old gods or new corrupted creatures on Azeroth. They could even throw a new Black Empire into Azeroth. You had some... I think Blizzard in general is in a good place to take the story wherever they're going to generate the most amount of content, if that makes any sense. I still would not be surprised if we start getting planets and other worlds as expansions or even patches. You know, that's essentially what 7.3 is. Let's see here. How many more of these do I need? One more? Yeah, one more. One more spider and a bunch more dredgers. 10 more dredgers. But yeah, I think Blizzard's kind of in a good place to do what they want, how they want with the storyline, so it'd be interesting to see where they go with it. King says, I got my guy to level 8 now. Got the cat form, grats. So you are doing the druid then. I think that's what you said earlier. Yeah, so once you get to level 10, try giving Battlegrounds a shot if you're interested in that. I kind of prefer the lower level PvP just because it's generally quicker. But those are highly susceptible to graveyard camping, so that's kind of a risky way with that one. Alright, so we need how many more dredgers? 8 more. So we'll kind of make a little exploration detour here. We did get the Vanguard boots here, so maybe that'll sell decently. By the way, just for those who are new to the Ironman challenge, you can use the auction house, so that's 100% okay. In fact, I do encourage you to use it because it makes getting your goblin gliders, your mountain training and all that a lot easier. So you are allowed to use it, so feel free to do so. Let's see. Kill this guy over here. I guess we'll kill a handful of these guys. I don't want to farm them too much just yet. We might as well kill the ones on the edge here. On second thought, it takes a little bit longer to kill them than I thought. We'll come back. Let's focus on the dredgers for the moment. King says, what does PvP do for you? It's just a different style of gameplay. It's player versus player is what it stands for. So, you know, it's whether you're Horde or Alliance, you're playing against the opposite faction. Oh, nice. I was waiting for him. So let's go ahead and blow the cooldown, kill him just in case we pull the other scorpion there. Watch our back just in case. Oh shit. Alright, we're gonna mount up and avoid that. Well, that was close. We missed a really interesting time by about 10 seconds there. Man, I don't remember them patrolling like that last time. Last time I saw them, they kind of stayed on the road, but that was close. Alright, so we'll knock out the Dread Striker here. Mr. Vitt says, yeah, when people are angry, they do bad things, but I gotta feel for Jaina as she was into Arthas, and then he got turned into the Lich King, and then I think she had something for Varian, and he got blown up. Yep, that's she's had a bad chain of luck with her interest, should I say. Alright, so let's see, let's go ahead and kill this guy as well. Alright, so with that, how many more? We need 3 more of the Dread Strikers. And there's one right there. Min says, hi Qyune, how's it going? What level are you now? We are level 57. It's going pretty good. Good morning. How are you doing, Minj? How's the game going for you? You started the Ironman challenge, right? I think that's what you were telling me last time. How's that going for you? We started today at 55 and we're closing in pretty close to 58 now. And I think for the most part we might see if we can try to get 59 out of Silithus, but if it starts to be that the questing dries up and it takes a long time to kill stuff, then we'll just kind of move on to Hellfire. But no, it's been going pretty good this morning. We've been semi-efficient, I think. Steven says, doing great. Vaj, what's going on, Vaj? How are you doing? Good morning. How's your morning going, by the way? Alright, so we'll kill that. For the Ironman challenge in general, you don't want to just try to outrun mobs on the ground. It works a little bit better if you're flying, but just trying to outrun mobs on the ground is, generally speaking, a bad practice for survival. So we'll turn in this quest and this one. And Min says, I am level 14 and it's going alright. I'm in Darkshore now. Nice. And you said you were doing a hunter, right? So congrats on all the levels. Are you liking it so far? It does make it a little bit more immersive, so I have enjoyed that aspect of the game. And we're not quite 58. We need to get a bunch of loot, so we need 6 stingers and 3 fangs. And I think we're just grinding mobs on the other side of the map now. Which is right where those, right where that patrol was going. So I think, let's see. These guys will not have the stingers we need. I think all of our stingers and stuff are way over here, so we'll kill the dredge crushers as we make our way that way. But yeah, like I said, Silithus is your more grindy, kind of rough leveling zone. So I think once we can get through this and get into Hellfire, we should be moving quite along quite nicely at that point. Hellfire is pretty quick leveling for the most part. Sometimes it can get pretty slow, but I'm kind of nervous and watching my back here just in case those guys patrol back around. Mr. Vitt says, I'm also level 70 on my Drana Death Knight. I'm trying to get the Netherwing Drakes, but it's really tough in Shadow Moon Valley to complete the quest where you rescue the white dragons. I remember that. That was tough. Now, are you, Mr. Vitt, are you doing that with the Ironman challenge, or are you just kind of leveling at 70? Leveling in general, and you just happen to be 70. But yeah, I do remember the, what was it, the Nether Guard? Is that what they were called? The Nether Guard rep? And having to grind that and look for eggs and spend half a day in the mine killing stuff and hunting eggs, so good times. Oh, we did get a, oh, it's a necklace, so I'll just fender that. Watching our back here. Alright, so that's probably going to be 3. Yep. So at this point we'll go ahead and kill the dredgers and work our way toward the spiders over there in the corner. Alright, so there we go. You know, the more I'm thinking about it, I think we're just going to spend a ton of time here leveling from 58 to 59. This is the slowest part of the leg of the quest. Maybe we can work our way into the Blasted Lands. What I've always been nervous about the Blasted Lands because I'm afraid that the phasing with the level 90 stuff won't always work, but that might be something we take the risk with on this one. Seems like Silithus is just so slow. Alright, so we'll stay away from that guy. We'll go ahead. So yeah, I think let's try that. I'll mix it up a little bit this time around. Let's finish this quest up, and then we'll go and I guess we'll just go and head to the Blasted Lands. And if there's something that's super dangerous over there, we won't do it, of course. But level 58. So we are Hellfire eligible now. There we go. So that's that was today's goal, and we still have plenty of stream time left. So everything up to this point is a bonus. So here we go. Minge says, "Yep, I'm having a ball. Your stream videos are really helpful, especially since you're using a hunter too." Oh, good. I'm glad they help. Like I said, for those who are unfamiliar with the channel, my previous streams are all timestamped. What I'll do is every Sunday, most of the time, maybe a little bit more frequently, but every Sunday at least, I'll go through and timestamp what we've previously streamed. So I highlight the leveling, the close calls, the deaths, and all that other stuff. That way, if you do the Ironman challenge as well, you have that resource available. Kill this guy real quick. This will make number 11. Moody says, "Do you know much about the spawn timers of the time lost proto drake? Just killed Viragosa." From what I understand, the odds between Viragosa and the time lost proto drake are 1 in 8, I believe. So those are the odds of the spawn rate. I think it may have changed the last time I saw that, but so if she just spawned, then more than likely it's going to be whatever the timer is before you get the time lost proto drake to spawn, because they do share the same timer, I believe. Matthew Harper, Matthew, thank you for chiming in there. Good morning. How are you? Says well. Yeah, we made it to 58, so we're doing all right. We're going to go ahead and kill this guy. And that's going to be our Stalker Fang. So I think we only need to kill 3 of them. I think this is also 100% drop rate, so there's no real concern with that. Chaotic says, quests in Silithus include long trips to destinations of quests. Yeah, that's, like I said, this is one of my least favorite zones that I actually do. So, let's see. There's a spider. And Minch says, congrats. Thank you, Mitch. Or not Mitch, Minch. Appreciate that. We are leveled 3 times today, and it's only been less than 2 hours, so I'm kind of happy about that. It's not too bad at all. Let's see, Moody says, the only spawn time related information you can count on is that after Virgos or time lost proto drakes are killed, neither will spawn for 6 hours. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, because like I said, they do share the same timer. So, it looks like you have a free 6 hours. Mr. Vitt says, I'm just leveling, but I'm level 70 at the moment, and you have to rescue a dragon from the clutches of the Orc Warband. And you have to defend his head warlock. Okay, I got you. I remember that. I think I died to that, actually. Back when it was current. We don't get nearly that far in the questline in Shadowmoon Valley. We usually use Shadowmoon Valley just to kind of cap us out to 68 and then move to Northrend. But let's see if I can find how we need the what, 9 more dredge crushers. So all the while watching out for that patrol. There we go. There's 2. Min says, yeah, it's really helpful you state the levels of the videos so I would know which ones to watch in relation to where I am in the challenge. Oh good, I'm glad it helps. That makes me feel a little bit better. I wasn't sure if I was spinning my wheels doing unnecessary work, so I'm glad it helps. Remember, I haven't played for about 4 years. Oh, I forgot about that. That's right. Yeah, it's I think 4 years ago was still Cataclysm, but yeah, it's there's a lot to forget in that time, especially when it comes to leveling. Jazz says, this is my second account as Matt Harper, just the brand one. Oh, okay. I'll try to remember that. Jazz and Matt. Like I said, welcome back to the stream. Thank you. The treasures here are a little sporadic as far as where they're located, so I think we have most of, I don't know why I get so close to this thing. That's twice in a row I've gotten close and I've gotten stunned, so. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll kill 5 more of these guys and then move to the Blasted Lands, and that will at the very least allow me to buy the Netherguard bidder for the Hellfire quest. So I can throw that in the bags and save it away. Snoo, what's going on, Snoo? Good morning. How are you? Welcome back to the stream. We've gone from 55 to 58 today so far. And we still have more than an hour left of streaming, so we're doing pretty well actually. Alright, so we need to grab this guy. And I think once we grab him and this one, we just need 1 more after that, so there we go, there's our 1. Make sure we don't get snuck up on by the patrol there. Mitch says, I'm 64 years old fart. Nah, it's not. That's not even old anymore. What is the average age? I think average age now, people get to what, 85? My grandparents are pushing 80, I think. So Nah, it's not old at all. You can always learn something new. Let me see. Yeah, I think we'll turn these in and we'll be done with Silithus for today. Meant to say 2 years. Oh no, that's all good. At least sounds like you missed the worst expansion. The leveling in Warlords of Draenor was really good, but yeah, I'm glad you came back during Legion. It would be a nice change of pace for you. Alright, so with that, turn in this one. And doesn't matter, we're not going to use it. We're not picking up the follow-up. And we'll sell everything we have. Snoop says, nice. Sadly, have not been able to catch the stream. So much stuff to do with school. Nope, that's 100% understandable, Snoop. You keep school as a priority there. That'll get you a lot further than a stream will. Alright, so let's see. That doesn't match the transmog, so we'll sell it. Yeah, I think we'll just abandon all the quests here. I'm going to throw this away just because it doesn't matter. Just open that, open that. Definitely sell that so we don't accidentally use it. And yeah, I think that's exactly what we'll do. We'll just abandon this quest here. At the very least, if Blasted Lands looks like it's kind of rough, we'll just abandon the Blasted Lands as well and go straight into Hellfire. So abandon that, and off we go. So here we go. For the first time in my Ironman attempt, we're going to walk into the Blasted Lands and see how that treats us. Been a little nervous about it, but I've seen Keithy get through it without too many issues, so that's my inspiration for that. Let's see. Minch says Panda was my last expansion. I enjoyed Mrs. Pandaria. I thought that was a really good expansion. I think the content drop toward the end gave everybody a bad aftertaste, but generally speaking, that and maybe the dailies, the ridiculous time gating that they did at the beginning, was a little rough to deal with. But other than that, I thought the expansion overall was really good. Let me catch back up with chat again. You guys are a little bit faster than I can read. Progressive says isn't there a portal in the main city in Silithus to the Blasted Lands? Yes. Sorry, it's Progressive. We just took that. Sorry. You have the portal. There's the portal. Okay. So we caught up with that. Sneak said, well, if you played 4 years ago, you would have played Panda. That is what I said. So, but if 4 years since the release of the game would be... Oh, the Burning... Really? Burning Crusade? Oh, since the release. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Man says, see later, guys. Gotta go do a few jobs. Or the wife will... My boss. Understandable. Gotta keep to his priorities. Real life takes priority, I suppose. Alright, so I'm gonna see if I can find the... might have found another guard beta right here, but let me make this my home. And let's see. Cherry grog. That's not what I want. Alright. That's kind of my #1 priority for coming out here, is to find the alcoholic drink. So let me see if I can find that real quick. Maybe it's in a different building. What does this guy drink? Let's see. Another guard bitter. There we go. We'll grab about 5 for good measure. Actually, I'm going to put it down here just so I don't accidentally click on it. Alright, so with that, let's figure out how we get out of this building. There we go. Moody says, see you later, and Sneaky says bye as well. Let's see. Snow says, I've only been playing for about 6 months. Oh, really? So you're rather new to the game. Welcome. How do you like it so far, Snow? And since you're, it's always interesting to see the perspective that new players have, and you know, a lot of the knowledge I have I take for granted because I've been playing it for 10 or 12 years. So how's your experience, you know, 6 months into the game been? Alright, scout the crashed ships on the scattered wherever. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the flight path. Oops. So found that. What do we do here? We need to kill a scout. So I'm guessing it's going to be someone who's stealth, and we just kind of, yeah, there we go. Sneak up on them. Alright. That was easy enough. So we do have to go to the coastline, but we'll go ahead and turn in this first, just in case it unlocks more quests that we can pick up here. But yeah, this may or may not be slower than normal. I can't imagine Blasted Lands being slower than Silithus. Like I said, it's generally speaking, Silithus is probably the slowest zone that that I come across, just because the opening quests have you grind mobs 5 different times. The quest progression is gated behind a quest that has a drop rate of about 1 in 5, 1 in 7, between 1 in 5, 1 in 7, and you have to get 10 of them. So you know, you're looking at killing 50 to 70 mobs to get the little pieces of paper, and that's actually kind of essential to complete that quest before you progress through the storyline. So it's just kind of I don't know, it's difficult to have a reason to do that stuff. Mr. Vitt says the quest line I'm stuck on is called Zulu the Whack. Oh, I remember that. So it's chaotic. I remember needing what was it, 3 or 5 people, because you had to I can't remember what you had to do. You had to kill 3 mobs, and one of them was named mob, and I remember that. I don't know why I remember that the name of that quest more than anything else, but I do. Alright, so these guys are not actual horde here, so I'm gonna put this quest item on the bar. There we go. You know what? I should have gotten new food. What do I need to do with these things? Weapons crate. Oh, okay. That's easy. I'm assuming this guy is in the mines. At least we're getting rune cloth out of this. I don't think we've got a single strand of rune cloth from Silithus. And rune cloth typically has a decent sell rate. So that's even more gold for us in the future. Alright, so I'll go in here and see if that quest pops up. No, it doesn't. So maybe we won't go in there just yet. There we go. At least this quest item has a fast cooldown. For some reason, some of these quests have a 10-second cooldown, and I've never understood why they would do that, but this one doesn't seem to be the case, so that's kind of nice. Alright, so we'll blow that one up, and that is done with that. The thing that I'm kind of confused about is that the captain... Let me see, does it... Oh, it does light up. Okay, never mind. It was faded, so I was thinking for a second that it might be underneath the this area. So it might indicate it's underground. It still might be. Oh, no, there's the captain. Okay. So I wonder if we can trap him, just so we can kill this guy first. Alright, so with that, let's go ahead and he's got almost 5k health, so we'll blow all of our cooldowns. And nice. Not bad at all. Okay. I think we're still in combat. Alright, we're good now. Let's see. Mr. Vitt says, wait, do you have an EU account, Qyune? No, I do not. Mine's on North America, which I learned the other day shares with Oceanic servers, so no, I'm on North American servers. Snoo says, I think Legion has done a lot of good, but I would like the next expansion to be less RNG based when it comes to legendaries. That's understandable. I can see that line of reasoning. You know, I wouldn't mind the RNG as long as there's always some level of guarantee that your work is benefiting you. You know, for example, let's say that you kill 15 bosses in a raid, and it just so happens that your luck has it there that you don't get any loot. It would be nice to get like fragments of something or essence of something else that you can slowly put together and at least build some sort of gear, or take it to a craftsman who can make some sort of gear. But you know, the all or nothing kind of RNG, I think, I don't know, it hurts players that have really bad luck. So I think I don't mind RNG as long as, you know, there's a baseline and there's always the effect that it can only help you. When the RNG can get to a state that it can also hurt you, then I think it's in a bad place, generally speaking. My contact's kind of rotated incorrectly. Let's see. Mr. Vitt says completed it. Nice, grats. Yeah, I do remember that quest being tough. It says finally, cannot wait to get the nether drakes. Yeah, Mr. Vitt, let me know if you can only get one drake now, or if you can get all, I think, what, 6 variations or 6 colors? Because I might go back and try to get the other colors. When I first did it, and I've only done it once, I only got the black one, I think it was. So let me know if you can actually get all of them now, or if you need to do something else. I find it odd I don't have a quest to kill these guys. I really do. Like, we have a quest to go all the way over here, but we don't have a quest yet to kill these guys. Alright, well, we'll keep going. And we'll see if this generates more quests, but it just seems like all of this animation right here would lead me to think that haven't picked up a quest we should have. So this is my first time going through. Oh, there we go. What do you call it? This is my first time going through Blasted Land, so if I'm coming up on something that looks really bad, let me know, but I think generally speaking we should be okay. Unless phasing bugs out for some reason. Jessica says you can get all the drakes, you have to buy the others from the vendor. It's been like that long, like that as long as I can remember. Really? Yeah, no, when I first got mine, you know, you can only pick one drake. But I think there was a quest where you could swap it out, but I thought at one time you could only have one drake. I might be wrong. I ran right by my quest giver here. Alright, so that's done. Fallen friends and that. So we'll go ahead and put that quest item on the toolbar. And we'll put the rune cloth somewhere safe so I don't sell it. You know what? Let me buy food now that I'm thinking about it. The food at 55 is kind of actually more important than any other level. If I can get the one I want. This guy doesn't sell it. There's some sort of meat looking food that drops all throughout Outlands. So it kind of replenishes your stock as you go through it. And that's what I'm trying to find here. And it's at level 55. And for some odd reason, level 55 food generates more health than level 65 food. So you're going to be using your level 55 food for a long time. But it looks like that's not the case here, so we'll just wait. We'll grab our 55 food in Outland. But we are halfway to 59, so there is that. Chaotic says, when I had to choose my Nether Drake, you had a choice of 6 or 8, but could only ever choose 1, and only 1, and that was back in the Burning... See, that's what I remember. But Jessica says, well, when I farmed them in Wrath, I was able to buy... Oh, okay, so... Alright. Yeah, I guess in Burning Crusade, it was like that, but they changed it at least since Wrath, so... Nice. The Haggerty. Good morning, the Haggerty. Should you... I saw that you followed me on Twitch, so thank you for that. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm kind of new, generally speaking, to social media, so I just made a... I had one for a long time, but I just made it and threw it away. But I do have a Twitch channel, if that's what you call it, Twitch account. So I think I'll just call you Haggerty now that I see the reference and how it's used. But good morning as well. Thank you for coming back. How's your morning going? Yes, Twitter. I don't know what else I said. I meant Twitter. If that's I must have said something else. Alright, so we need the bone picker. What the hell is that? Oh, I think that's a bird. Okay. That's the benefit of being a hunter, is you can shoot these things in the air, so that's kind of nice. Oh no, you just... It doesn't matter. This thing does it. Nice. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to trap one of these guys and kill the other one. Oh, I said Twitch. My bad. That's funny. Nope, Twitter. Twitter's my new account. Alright, so with that, we'll go ahead and kill this guy. How many more of these guys do we need? We need to free 7 more spirits, so that's not too bad. Haggerty says, going well. I got to 70 on my Ironman tonight. Very nice. And which class were you running, Haggerty? Now, I may have asked you this before. Are you doing it on, are you posting videos of it, or are you just kind of doing it on your own? And what class are you doing? I need to start writing this down because I know there's a lot of people doing it, and I'm starting to mix people's names and classes up. So, I'll probably start writing that down today, to be honest. Alright, so we still need to kill like 16 of these birds, so free these guys up. Just kind of clearing the area on the land, because what I'm going to be doing here in a second is looking in the sky, running around. And that's just a good recipe to kill myself by running into a pack of mobs. Chaotic also says they may have changed it since Burning Crusade days. Yeah, it sounds like they have, Chaotic, so maybe we can go back and get the rest of the collection. That's kind of nice. But saying that now, I can share my Netherwing with all my tunes, so I guess it has. Yeah, and I've seen some people have different colors, but I didn't know if you could still have the different colors, but it seems like you can, so like I said, that's nice. Alright, so we'll go ahead and blow up as many of these guys as we can, as quickly as we can. Huh, that's not quite what I wanted. Can I throw it at him now? No, I have to kill him. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Aw, Sam died. That actually kind of works out. just so I don't have to sit there and heal him. Alright, so let's work our way in this direction. Haggerty says running a Ret Paladin. Oh really? Going Ret. Nice. That should be quite a bit more challenging than Prot, so kudos for that. In fact, I'm gonna write that down because I know I'm gonna be asking you that same question. Oh, a rare, I think. Nice. Alright, I'm not gonna throw the thing at him because I'm afraid that's gonna just completely take my experience away. Alright, so I guess we're just perpetually chasing him. There we go. I'll silence the fireball just because that might hit like a truck. And boom. Nice. No, just in case. No. Oh, those are nice shoulders. Man. Alright, so with that, let's get back to business and kill these guys. Actually, I'm going to write down what I was saying I was going to do. Then Ret Pally. There we go. Put that in. Let's see, Haggerty also says, I'm not posting videos, but I'm streaming on Twitch. My channel is the Haggerty. Okay. Oh yeah, I'll keep track of that. The Haggerty on Twitch. And Snoo says, thinking of starting a warrior for my Ironman challenge. Yeah, go for it, Snoo. I'm doing a warrior for my Bloodthirsty Ironman, and so far it's been a lot of fun. I haven't had any complaints regarding the warrior gameplay, especially for arms, because you get that 30% heal after you've killed. As long as you get in combat within 20 seconds and use that attack on the next mob, you get a 30% heal. So that's actually saved me a couple of times, or at least one time already. So alright, so let's get this done. I'm spending too much time on this shoreline here. So sometimes it blows them up, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not sure why. Wow. That didn't blow them up twice in a row there. Okay. Alright, so that's that. We did get a neck piece, which doesn't really matter because there's no transmog to that. Alright, one more. We'll go ahead and heal Sam up, and we're good to go. Or did we aggro one? Nope, we're good to go. Okay. So yeah, still about halfway to 59, and I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we go into Hellfire at 59, or see if we can get to 60 out here? Because I'm kind of in uncharted territory as far as the leveling and whatnot. Alright, so we have that quest, then we have the turn-in up here in this tower. I think if she gives us an elixir, that's probably going to stop the quest chain out here because I don't want to take anything. But if it doesn't, we should be good to go. But a lot of times when you go up into these towers and you pick up a quest, it has you phase into a different realm or time or whatever else. Obtain 6 attack shaman spell. Okay. And that is way over there, so it's interesting we only have one quest, so maybe we'll get a second one in the area. Generally speaking, Blizzard tends to shy away from doing one quest at a time. Usually they'll give you 2 to 3, but there are definitely those instances where they do that, and Howling Fjord is an example of that if there's nothing else. Chaotic says, plenty of quests in the Blasted Lands. Snow says, well, I gotta go to the shop. I gotta go to the shop and get some food. See you and good luck. Alright, Snow. I appreciate you stopping by. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, with Chaotic saying there's plenty of quests in Blasted Lands, and Blasted Lands starts off slow, then you pick up more as you go along. Oh, okay, so I guess we'll try it out. We'll see how far it gets us, and maybe play it by ear, I suppose. Alright, so we'll blow these guys up. I know there's a significant amount of rares out here. So there's that to look forward to, I suppose. Alright, we have the spell focus. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this guy before he drops his totems again. Oh, that was nice. Alright, so let's take out this one here. So it looks like it gives us some sort of a slow. Let's see, is it 100% drop rate? Alright, yeah, well, I guess we'll just kill these guys if it's 100%. Okay, it says give it about 15 minutes and see how it goes. Alright, we can do that. That's a good idea. Well, we are kind of doing this, oops. We are kind of doing this unscripted, I guess, and just playing it by ear. So if it doesn't work like Chaotic said in 15 minutes, we'll go ahead and move on to Hellfire. But for some reason, I do remember the XP here being pretty good. Alright, Sam, we get off that. We could loot it, and do we have to go all the way back to the tower? I think so. Master Bit said, finish Burning Crusade, now on Wrath of the Lich King. Nice. And you're on your new mount, I'm assuming. So congrats on that again. Were you able to buy, or did you buy all your variations as well? Chaotic says, I gotta go WoW soon. Some game date with lady friend. Alright, Chaotic. You have a good rest of the morning or afternoon. Thank you for stopping by the way. Let's see. Let's go back up to the top and turn this in, and see how far it gets us. I think it doesn't matter where we stop today as far as levels or progression, but I think tomorrow we'll just kind of start in Hellfire. That way we can kind of keep it as cohesive as possible. Report to what's his name in Blasted Lands. So we'll do that. That way, maybe off screen I'll just knock out the process of going to Stormwind, taking the portal, and that way when we start up tomorrow, it's all Hellfire at that point from then on. Mr. Vitt says, I haven't got the Netherwing Drake as I need to return when I'm a higher level. Oh really? Yeah, I thought you had to be 70, or did they change that? Yeah, Mr. Vitt, I thought you could get the Drake if you're level 70, but me and Chaotic might be wrong. Like I said, I haven't done that since the Burning Crusade, so there's definitely a possibility that I'm off just a little bit. So I think we need to go into this mine here, which may be a little dangerous. I thought that guy was a rare the first time I saw him, but the add-on didn't trigger, so I didn't mess with him. That's nice. That's 2 rares early on here. Alright, so that's a free... he has 2900 health, so that's not too bad. I'm going to silence that though. Alright, he did get his corruption off. But yeah, that's about 4k experience, so that's not bad at all. Let's go ahead and put the headpiece in, just take a look at it. It's not bad, I guess. Alright, so into the mine we go. This is, generally speaking, this is disadvantageous for any caster class because we are getting back into the enclosure setting where your respawns tend to happen faster and everything hits harder and it's closer together and it's just a general cluster. So I'm going to try to do this better than the last time I was in a cave or a crypt. I'll catch back up with chat here in a second, but we're going to speed through this as much as possible. I think I will pop... I'm not going to let this guy sneak up behind me. So let's blow this guy up as well. And this guy. Alright, so that's Beastie of Wrath for you. We are in speed mode, guys. Just trying to get through this so that I don't get caught up in my own respawns like we did in the crypt last time. Trying to learn from my lessons here. Or learn my lesson, should I say. So this guy, wherever he's at, is way back in this cave. So we're at 86%. I don't think we need to stop for anything just yet. I think this guy is over here. If I'm reading my map right, yep. Alright, so we'll turn this in real quick. Tune yourself with the bloodstone, teleporters, and these serpent's coil. What the hell does that mean? Oh, just click this thing. Alright, we'll use it again. Alright, and then turn this in. Okay. So that's pretty much Blizzard's way of saying you don't have to grind your way through every single time, I think. Right? Yep. Okay. I'm okay with that. Let's see. Mr. Vitt says, do you think Argus is going to be bigger than Draenor and Outland? Also, it won't give me the continuation onto the other quests to get the Drake, so I looked it up and I think I have to be higher. Maybe it might be your level of mount training. Like, I don't know if you can get the mount if you're, say, only have 150% mount speed. I think you can get it once you get to 80%. Because I think you need the 280% to do the flying race. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's the case. Oh, that might have been one of the stipulations. Chaotic says, it's been so long, I can't remember if I had to do something special to get the Drake. Yeah, it might be your training, Mr. Vitt. I can't remember either, actually. Xenon says, what do you think about the old armor and weapons before Warlords of Draenor? Let's see, the old ones. You mean just like the transmog or the drop rate of them, or What do you mean, Sion? Alright, so we have... I'm going to work our way around, because I know there's previously been either a rare one of these basilisk or a rare boar that we're supposed to not supposed to do anything, but potentially kill for the extra XP. So let me just scout around here. It looks like the map's indicating it might be on the other side, but a lot of these animal rares do patrol around. Yes, Chaotic says maybe you have to be exalted with the Netherwing faction. I thought you know what? I think that's it. That's actually it. For some reason I was assuming you were exalted, but it might be that you're not. Yeah, I do believe you need to be exalted. We did get some sort of a green item. We have male boots that look pretty plain, actually. That's right, we'll throw them on the auction house, someone might like them. Chaotic says, as that's what I had to do, hence the farming of those bloody eggs every day for the rep. Oh, I remember that. I do remember people getting in heated debates where someone was trying to get an egg and they were fighting them off, and then someone swooped in and grabbed the egg. So I do remember those days. There's the rare. Nice. So Death Eye. I think we're going to try to kill him pretty quick. That's a pretty ominous name there. So I'm going to... Actually, we might be alright with blowing them up right here. Oh, that was nice. Okay. You still have Beastie Wrath up, so we'll knock out this guy as well. Oh. I don't know if I should pick up the... or use the quest or not. I'm a little confused on that because I don't want to accidentally equip something or have my account flagged as I had a rare item equipped. So I don't know if I should take that quest or not. I do want to grab the 2 ornate pieces here, though. We were lucky enough to get 2 green drops off him, so that's kind of nice. Sion says, like, if you would look back then, the armor was with 2,000 armor and big stats. The weapons had 2, like, stats for Legion. Chaotic says, yes, Qyune, I had many quote-unquote debates. Yes, yeah. I think everybody had that experience either happened to them or someone was doing it to someone. But as far as the old gear and the armor and whatnot, really, I don't know how much of an opinion I have on it, to be honest. I know it's kind of boring, but you know, as these expansions have come up and we've progressively become more and more powerful, I do need to be careful near this road. I think there's something that patrols it that could wreck our day. Grim, thank you for the subscription and welcome to the stream. Good morning. How are you doing? But as far as the gear goes, I thought the Burning Crusade gear was probably one of the best, I guess, gear sets as far as visual aesthetics. There's a lot of good gear that are a lot of good sets that are still popular today, and people actually transmog too. So I think Legion's done a very good job with the sets. So I don't think most of them are. I think most Legion sets are probably the best ones for each of the classes, give or take a class or two. But generally speaking, I don't really have too many complaints as far as the Burning Crusade. What do you want to call it? Jessica, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that. As far as the gear goes, though, yeah, I don't really have any too many complaints or too many negative opinions about it, I guess. Alright, we need hyena blood and more boars to kill. Oh, there's the hyenas. Okay, perfect. Alright, so there's that, and there's the blood. Yeah, I'm really not sure if I should accept these two quests right here. I don't think it would hurt anything to do this quest, but I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I guess you would have a Nixia's head would be an epic item, but you don't necessarily equip anything, so it might be alright, actually. Misfit says, also, do you have Legion? Do you have to have Legion to see Varian's grave? That's a good question. I'm not sure. Jessica says, I subbed like over an hour ago. Yeah, Jessica, generally speaking, YouTube's been a little bit buggy this week as far as subs and numbers and timing and whatnot. So, you know, I guess that's a general PSA. If it's hasn't popped up on the screen or it's not showing accurate numbers, it's just the way YouTube's acting at the moment. So I don't know what all I could do on my end about it. I think it's more within the YouTube coding and whatnot. Alright, so we'll heal Sam up. And we'll kill this guy as well. A little bit of a grindy quest, but at least we got to kill 2 or 3 rares out of it. These guys do hit hard though. Alright, so we'll make our way back this direction. If we do accept those quests, I think we turn them into him. So I'll try to look into that a little bit later and see if that's going to flag our account. I doubt it will, but just trying to be more safe than sorry. Qyune says, like shield before level 50, if it's epic quality, it has close to 2,000 armor. Qyune, so as far as like the stats go and how they progress, I think they've normalized it quite a bit since the Burning Crusade. I know a lot of the gear that came out that was your greens, that were your greens at the time, were a lot better than your epics, even from Blackwing Lair. But generally speaking, I think they've kind of linearized the line of how gear progresses between Azeroth and the Burning Crusade. If that's answering your question, I'm still not sure if I am or not. Apologize if I'm not. Alright, I probably might not have should have shot that. Oh, didn't aggro, okay. Like I said, I'm fairly certain there's a mob that patrols the road, so I'm kind of keeping my head on a swivel. But since we're here, Sam's getting hit pretty hard. Alright, last hyena. There we go, finally. Alright, with that, we'll go ahead and turn these 2 quests in. I think we're going to have to grind our way back to the cave, or to the mine, but not through it, so kind of grateful for that, to be honest. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to just kind of kill our way back into it. Those boars also hit rather hard. So hopefully all this work kind of gives us a better situation to be in when we get into Hellfire Peninsula and we're getting hit pretty hard with the demons and whatnot. So that's kind of what this whole activity is about, just being able to smoothly go through Hellfire a little bit quicker overall. So I guess spending more time up front rather than during it. It is kind of a trial thing, so I don't know if that's actually the most efficient thing to do, but we'll see. Alright, so let's see. Go ahead and take out this guy here. And our rare didn't pop back up. That's alright. Give Sam a quick heal. And we'll take that crystal on the side again. Let's see here. Alright, so with that, we should be pretty close, if not hit it. There we go. Level 59. Nice. Not bad at all. Okay. Speak with... what's his name to begin the blood ritual? Okay, I guess we'll do that. I guess we'll go ahead and stand back. We'll take his advice. That was a little bit of a lackluster. Amulet of that. So it looks like we might be killing ogres here in a second. Amulet of that. Huh. Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure out obtain amulet from the Serpent Square and Blasted Lands. But it may have locked this amulet in a trove inside this very cave, so yeah, let's go back in there actually. I want to say, oh, okay, it looks like it might be near the entrance, so let's actually try this. Let's go near the entrance and we'll just kind of grind our way in. That's where this circle is indicating we go anyway. It might be a little bit off. Alright, that's that. Kill him as well. Alright, so with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and eat. That way, just in case we kind of come across a no shit situation, we can take care of that quickly. Okay, so let's trap him. We'll take care of this guy this time. Nice. Alright, so we'll grab that. And we'll blow this guy up just in case he's been aggroed. There we go. And then we have two more along the coast, so I guess that's the general direction we'll go. Yeah, generally speaking, I don't think Blasted Lands has been all that bad so far. I might be speaking way too soon, but it seems like it's pretty decent leveling. I know, like I said, Keithy's gone through here and he made short work of the place, so it might not be as bad as we thought it was. I've always been concerned that it was going to be poorly phased with the level 90 stuff out here, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Alright. That being said, give me 1 minute. We're going to switch out contacts for glasses again. It seems like my eyes are not enjoying the stream for whatever reason. Might be a little bit warm in my place. So we're going to log out just for safety measures. And I'm going to switch to glasses here in a second. There we go. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. Come in. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. My eyes were drying up very quickly for some odd reason. I think the thermostat was accidentally turned up. Calix says, told you, Blastland starts slow but picks up pretty soon, so XP gain isn't so bad. No, it's not. It's been very nice so far. And like I said, or like you said, it's starting to pick up quite a bit. Calix says, can't wait this bloody woman up. Guess I'll be in WoW on my lonesome instead. Completely understandable. I think I run in that quite a bit myself, actually. We'll keep that a secret in stream. Let's see. We need to go ahead and jump in this direction. Let's see what's this. Yep. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to wake them up too early. Makes for a rough rest of the day. Alright, so let's go ahead and blow this guy up real quick. Slow him down. And the items, I guess it's on the boat somewhere, so we can do that. That's no problem. Give Sam a quick heal, and then I guess we'll start exploring where this thing could be. Yeah, maybe with the Warlock, I'll follow this path more so than the previous paths I followed, or I've made, just because it seems like this is semi-decent leveling. And the quests seem fairly manageable. It's just trying to figure out where to go, actually. So it should be... Oh, you know what? It might be in this little window here. There we go. Yep. Alright, that's done. You hear a noise behind you. And that guy has 4,300 health, so we'll send Sam on him first. Looks like we got trapped there, but not too big of a deal. Nice. Alright, so we'll pop back up, get some fresh air, and then I think the other one's over this way. Oh, I guess we do have the water strider. There we go. We do have to go on top of the hill, so we'll take a shortcut right over here. Sion says, I wish my friend would play Warcraft with me. Yeah, it does make it a little bit more fun when you do play with your friends or with your significant other. Ruben, thank you for the subscription and welcome to the stream. How's your morning going? We've been doing pretty good on our end. We started at 55 and we're all at about 15% of the way into 59. Alright, I know that you hold the amulet. I need it. Okay. So he just gives it to us. But we do get the follow-up to knock out a quest over here. So I guess we should go ahead and do this now, since we're here. Plus, it looks like there might be a rare ahead of us just a little bit. Alright, so let's see. Yes. I thought I remember killing him once before. Previously, when before Legion, just for the heck of it, I used to try to level by killing rares. And these were some of the ones I would farm. Let's blow that totem up. I don't want to shoot him. There we go. And oh, we got another item. Nice. So we'll take the boots and tuck them away somewhere safe. And then we'll turn in this quest over here. Mr. Vitt says, in Northrend at the moment. Nice. Yeah, just, are you doing Borean Tundra or Howling Fjord first? So we'll accept that. We'll slay 10 barbarians and 10 enchantresses. There we go. If we can speak. Alright, so with that, guess we'll kill him then. That is a lot of grinding. We'll come back. We might have a follow-up quest to do other things out here, so we'll come back. We'll turn in those 3 quests and see what we need to do next. At least we were able to kill the rare, though. Mr. Vitt says, Borean Tundra. Yeah, Borean Tundra was definitely my favorite between the two. It was just a little bit slower in Howling Fjord. Mr. Vitt says, Northrend is quicker than Outland. I thought so. As it was slower the first time for me because we did do Howling Fjord first, so that made it a lot slower than Outland. But having started in Borean Tundra this time, it would seem like it was a lot quicker for me. Speaking of which, I've been kind of watching the auction house, seeing when I can buy an overcharged capacitor. And it seems like there's one guy who owns the market, and he's selling them all for 4,500 gold a piece. So I'm waiting for someone to undercut him by about 4,400 gold. So maybe we'll luck out and see if this guy respawns. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn in this quest over here real quick. So that's done. Try not to get too close to him so he doesn't run down the tower there and aggro everything along the way. But yeah, generally speaking, I think we've done really well this leveling experience. We haven't had too many close calls. I think we had 1 or 2, which is a pretty steep decline from the previous attempts. And yeah, I think we got here a lot quicker than we've gotten here before. That's that. That's that. And let's see, deliver the discordant rune to Watcher at the dark portal in the Blasted Lands. Okay. So we'll do that. And let's see here. So that's going to take us there. We still have quests that we need to do stuff over here, but I think this is kind of like a back and forth quest for just that Murloc chain, so I might not focus too much on that. And then this gets us right to the dark portal. So I guess we can take a quick peek and look over there. Let's see. Just because, what is the overcharged capacitor for? Yeah, it's for a quest that is essential in the quest line in Borean Tundra. So having that available seems like it's I don't know if that was a good design on Blizzard's part to make a craftable item I guess a gateway into the rest of a quest progression, but you do kind of need that quest to progress through the rest of the storyline. So hoping that pops up on the auction house before we get to Northrend, which I think is going to be quite some time, so I'm not too worried about it right now. Just trying to plan ahead as much as possible. I want to be a noob and just shooting the alright, yeah, we pulled some more stuff, so let's go ahead and take care of that guy. Alright, we'll go ahead and give Sam a heal. We got another one of those quest items, so yeah, I'm hoping these quest items that I keep getting aren't anything bad and I can use them, because if so, that's going to make if they generate any XP, that's going to make leveling a lot easier for the second half of level 59. Mr. Vitt says, are you going to keep streaming a bit longer like you did yesterday, as I think you said you would? Mr. Vitt, so that's kind of switching days. I think today we're going to keep it right around the 3-hour mark, give or take a couple minutes, and we're going to make tomorrow's stream a little bit longer, or a lot bit longer, depending on how you look at it. Alright, so let's make sure these guys aren't elite and aren't going to one-shot us. So yeah, we'll go work our way to Khadgar, I think, is down here. I hope this doesn't put me at risk for anything. But no, Mr. Vitt, to answer your question, today's going to be the normal stream length. And then tomorrow, since it's Friday, and the missus is working, we're going to stream just a little bit longer. Alright, so we'll turn that in. And charge granite in the dark portal. Obtain 24 granite chips, and then that. So let's see. So we have to kill demons. I'm just kind of nervous about this area in general. I feel like there's like some sort of major big demon that kind of works its way around here that I need to watch out for, or kill 3 guys. And I think it has to start working toward the ogre area, so that's kind of nice. Mr. Vitt says, also, you know every easy flying mounts to get except for the normal drakes. You know any easy flying mounts to get? Now, Mr. Vitt, is that just in general for all expansions, or for what do you want to call it? The Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King? Because I know there's your normal ones that you can get. What do you want to say? I know there's your normal ones that you can get just from your factions, and I don't know if those are gated behind rep anymore. Chaotic said, no, it's safe. Oh, retracted. Uh-oh. Is it not safe anymore, Chaotic? Mr. Vitt says, all expansions. Chaotic says, oh, you got that two-headed elite dog walking around. Oh, thank you. I knew there's something. Oh, nice. Let's see if we can kill ourselves trying to get this thing down. Alright, let's see if he's got about 4k health. So I'm gonna slow him down and then run down the side of the hill here. Nice. I think we need to kill these guys anyway, so we'll trap one. and then I'll shoot my trap. That's fantastic. Nice. Alright, so with that, Sam's still getting hit pretty hard here. No, Mr. Vitt, to be honest, outside of your faction, I guess your faction flying mounts, I'm not too aware of anything that is easy to get for flying, to be honest. Moody says old achievement mounts. Yep, that's actually a really good idea, Moody. Alright, so that dog, we need to keep an eye out for that two-headed core hound. Yeah, I can't remember what it was. I thought for sure there was something that we needed to be careful of. Landon says, hi, what's going on, Landon? Good morning, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm trying to brainstorm here and think if I'm missing anything as far as the mounts go. I mean, there's 300 plus mounts, and I completely messed with that. There's 300 plus mounts, and I want to see if I can get back behind this thing here. Sam, if you want to grab that, that'd be perfect. There we go. I think there's over 350 mounts, maybe 400. So yeah, there's a couple YouTube videos out there who those guys have gone through, and they've made pretty in-depth videos of what's easy to get, what you can farm on a day-by-day basis. So because for some odd reason I just can't think of easily available mounts at the moment. Oath Chained Infernal. I don't think I need to mess with that. I'll go ahead and kill the Failhound though. When he says there's a lot of achievement rat flying mounts, and excuse me, they're easy to get. Just might take a little while. Also, you know, if you're interested in doing the old dungeons, there's a lot of mounts that drop at the end, end bosses such as ICC, Firelands, and a whole bunch of other dungeons, to be honest. Lalo says, hi Qyune, what's going on, Lalo? Welcome back. Outland today. No, Outland's going to be tomorrow. We're going to kind of, that's kind of the other reason we're grinding out here, is we're going to see if we can get as close to 60 as possible. And then, alright, so there's the corehound you were talking about. There we go. So we'll let him do his thing. Charred granite chips. What is... Oh, we do need to kill him. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then let's just go ahead and get right to it. No, Outland's going to be tomorrow. We're going to start in, and the reason we've gotten spent today in Azeroth is just to kind of get as strong as possible. That way, when we're in there tomorrow, we're not getting hit like, you know, getting hit by trucks the whole time. So that's kind of the mindset behind it anyway. I think I moved too quick. So tomorrow will be 100% Outland Day. Tomorrow's also going to be the extended stream, so maybe we can work our way to catching up with Keithy this time. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I'll throw this up. It is getting toward the end of today's stream, so those are the rules. Those are the other Ironman challengers with Keithy, Progressive, and Jessica all kind of having the most recent and more significant updates. So if you're interested in seeing their stuff, I think Jessica streams a little later today, and then Keithy's more so in the afternoon. But their links are in the description, as well as the rules to the Ironman challenge, so feel free to stop by them, their channels. Chaotic says, I've never got the faction mana ray mount. You know, I don't know if I have either, actually. I might have to go back and look now. Alright, so we need... Do we have them all? Yeah, we do. Alright, so we're done mining. At this point, we can just kill stuff. Chaotic says, unless I was doing them wrong. Yeah, no, I think I don't think I've gotten the mana rays either, actually. Alright, so it looks like we're coming up on another named mob. And we're going to have to just be careful as much as possible. It's your named mobs that generate the most risk, generally speaking, because those are the ones that have your, what do you call it? Your one-shot mechanics, your high health mobs or whatnot, so if that can possibly summon other adds. So just generally speaking, when it comes to questing, you want to make sure you watch out for quests that have you kill one mob at a time, or one named mob, should I say. We're going to try to pull this as intelligently as possible for a hunter. That might be asking for a lot, but that's the idea here. Waiting on the cooldowns, generate a little bit of focus, and there we go. That is a lot of mobs right there. Alright, so we have Feigned Death and all of these things available, so if it goes really poorly, we'll use them. But they're not moving, so that's kind of nice. And we'll silence her cast. We'll take her spot on our hill, and off we go. We need one more named guy, which is of course all the way back where we just came from. So we'll run back over there and turn these in. Yeah, what I'm going to do once the stream ends is I'm going to see if these will flag me for any reason. I don't think they will. I'm 90% sure they won't, but I just want to make sure there's no reason that they would. And then maybe we'll turn those in tomorrow before we go into Hellfire Peninsula. Let's see, King says, Moon, I'm back. Welcome back. King, how you doing? It says level 59. Yes, sir. We're almost, yeah, we are at the halfway point, so we're moving right along. Blastlands has been a pretty decent place to level, actually. Surprisingly enough, Eastern Kingdoms has a decent leveling zone. And Mooney says, yeah, that was annoying getting all those, just repetitive. Getting the Shatari Skyguard. Yeah, that was like I said, that was something I did get the dragon, but I didn't get the mana ray. Calix says you get 1 or 2 dailies per day. There's a hand in something, but the faction. Oh, okay, we're talking about this Sky Rep, yeah. I hear something. I think it's an alarm. Alright, we're good. We're going to see if we can kill that guy. Oh. I guess we'll go ahead and clear these guys out just in case a lot of them aggro when we kill the named mob. Jessica said I'm going to try and have the stream up by 1 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to stop by and make it in time this time. I did get caught up in other stuff last time, so hopefully I can make it to your stream in time, Jessica. Let's see. Galax says, really, I must be doing them wrong. Yeah, you can do the Nether Drake in 1 day. If you're lucky with the eggs, yeah, you can do the Nether Drake in 1 day. It takes a little bit while for the Skyguard, I think. Alright, so we'll go ahead and blow this guy up. But if you're into battle pets, I think they also have a pet now that's available for faction rep. Alright, so that's all done. Alright, let's see. Calix says, see, just gonna not the Nether Drakes, the Mana Ray mounts. Yeah, I think the Mana Ray mounts kind of take a little bit more time to farm their rep. Alright, so let's see. Jessica says, I did the Nether Drake a couple of times in 1 day. Oh, nice. Yeah, like I said, I think if you're lucky enough to find all the eggs you need, the turn-in from that's pretty significant. Alright, so we'll examine the horde plans at the dark portal without getting caught. I don't know about that. Let's see. Turn in this, and then bring the package to, what's his name, in the Blasted Lands. Okay, we might be able to do that one. Yeah, I'm not really all interested in stealing the horde plans. I don't want to get flagged, and I don't want to get one-shotted. So, all right. So I think what we'll do is let's go back to Netherguard Keep. Let's just go ahead and hurt there. Yeah, I'm going to look in here and or look these up and just see if they equip you with anything. Just because of the quality of the quest is not white, I guess. I don't know how you would best describe that. But I'm going to stand outside the keep as well. That way we don't get any sort of rest experience. Just says I should have gotten an achievement getting the Serpent Drake Mist in one night from server hopping for eggs. My friend was so pissed. Oh yeah, you could server hop back then. I forgot about that. Let's see. Chaotix also doing the dailies. And Qyune says, now I'm jealous. Nice. Yeah, the I might have to go back and buy all the drakes now that they're available. That would be a nice little boost. As of now, I have 222 mounts, I think it was, that we saw yesterday. So I might have to start up the mount farming here pretty soon. But anyway, guys, I think that's it for today. We won't quite hit 60, but that's alright. We might hit it when I turn in these quests if I'm allowed to do that. But either way, tomorrow I think we're going to start right back into Hellfire Peninsula. And then make an extended stream, like I said, and go from there. Shabib, so thank you. Oh damn. So hey Shabib, what's going on? Sorry you missed it. But yeah, we made it to 59, Shabib. We're doing all right. But tomorrow we're going to start in Hellfire Peninsula, and tomorrow will be an extended stream. So we'll start at 6 a.m. as normal. I just went to get my exam results, and I'm going to university. Oh, so you got in? Well, congrats, good job. What are you majoring in? Moody says, later Qyune, I'll see you tomorrow. Alright Moody, you take care. Chaotic, you take care as well. I'll see you tomorrow. Like I said, we do this every day at 6 a.m. So, maybe tomorrow we'll do about 5 or 6 hours. We'll see how that goes. Mr. Vitt says, I'm going to miss tomorrow. A long one. Oh, sorry to hear that, Mr. Vitt. Hopefully that's not a bad omen for me. Hopefully we still survive even though you're not here. I know sometimes some people who are not here, that's when I die. So Shabib says, thanks man, in economics. We'll be on to watch tomorrow. Alright, awesome. Shabib, we'll talk more about the your degree and what you plan on doing tomorrow then. But congrats again on getting in. That's awesome news. It's always good to invest in yourself and your education, so I'm a big promoter of that. So once again, congrats. Mr. Vitt says, nah, I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, okay. Alright, perfect then. I was going to say, that might be a bad omen if you're not here. But alright guys, well, we're going to wrap that up for today. I'm going to log out just as I try to normally do in stream. While I do that, the reason we log out, outside the end, I try to minimize my rested XP as much as possible. Also, the Ironman challenge rules are on your right, challenge rules are on your left. But yeah, I think that's it. It was a nice little stream today, so thank you guys for coming. You guys make this a hell of a lot more fun than it would be, and it is kind of fun as it is now, so I appreciate that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. You have a great rest of the day. Take care.